Thank you, Stacy, and hello, curling fans. Welcome inside the George Preston Rec Center here in beautiful Langley, British Columbia. Continuing coverage of the 2025 BC Women's Curling Championships presented by Best Western. It's the women's semi-final between Team Kristen Ryan and Team Kayla MacMillan. John Cullen alongside two-time Scotties champion Melissa Saligo. And Melissa, obviously a lot on the line here today. Set the game up for us.
Well, you can just imagine the semifinal Saturday. We have one team coming in with a loss, one team coming in with a win, and both teams want this so bad. They want to get to tomorrow's final, and I'm so excited to watch this game.
Yeah, Kayla MacMillan, part of the defending champions. They played with Clancy Grandy last year, but of course, Clancy moving on to an opportunity with British curling. They're back with Kayla at the T-head. For Kristen Ryan, they lost this semifinal last year. That's got to be some motivation to get this game, get in the win column in this game and get on to tomorrow's final.
Absolutely. I can only imagine how much she wants it this year.
No question. So we're going to head down to the ice for the player introductions.
Second, Lindsay Duvet. Third, Sarah Daniels. Skip, Kayla MacMillan. And Coach Nicholas Lee.
That should be a shot.
I'm doing it. I got double duties today, girls. You're amazing.
Well, we got through those introductions mostly unscathed there, Melissa, it seems like. It's tough when you have Kirstens and Kristens everywhere out on the sheet. Our head official, Patty Caldwell, doing the introductions there. And
yeah, I think she might have she fixed it up. She's good.
She fixed it. Yeah, we're good. We're good. So, yeah, as you said, Melissa, this Team MacMillan coming off of a loss in the 1-2 game this morning to Corinne Brown. Very tight game. Gave up a key steal of 2 in the 8th end. Corinne sealed it. They're waiting for the winner of this game. Kristen Ryan coming off of a very tight extra end victory in the 3-4 game. Is it tough to be in Kristen Ryan's shoes here where you're kind of coming into this game off of just a really high emotional win? It was only about 2 hours ago that they got off the ice. How do you adjust to that as a team?
Well, you can imagine they've got such a great coach in Diane Desura. She's obviously a world champion, Scotties champion, Olympic bronze medalist. So you know that they had a plan in place for this exact moment. They knew they had to play the 9 a.m. game this morning, and if they win, they had to go right back on the ice. So they probably put a really solid plan in place to make sure that they got the rest of recovery that they needed to get right back out here, bring those emotions down, and start again.
Yep. Right to the line. Whoa.
So throwing up the center guard right away, not afraid to mix it up early. Sometimes in a 10-end game, we see the teams play a little more cautious in the first end, but love seeing the center guard up there for Kirsten Fox.
And it's been so great, John. I've had the luxury of being here all week, and I've seen all the games that have been going on the ice. The ice has been so incredible and so consistent. Almost 15 and a half seconds hog to the tee line. So I think the teams are very, very confident with the ice being exactly the same today as it was on the first day last week.
Okay, if we're back, bring it right back in the open.
I think we're almost already
there. Okay, yeah, you're wide open. It's fine.
Just a little heavy there from Sarah Loken. We saw them talking in the practice that they were thinking it was about 15 and a half to the line, to your point, Melissa.
Maybe a bit more.
Speed hasn't changed much here in this semifinal, and yeah, unfortunately for Sarah, just sliding a little deep there.
There's definitely a lot of curl. You can see the broom is just 2 or 3 inches outside of the 8 foot. And if you're a little heavy and you're sort of trying to sweep, or like to bring it back or something, and it keeps on curling, it actually comes out fully on the other side. So that's how much
all the way,
it goes.
as far as it goes. As far as it goes. Take a look. Full 8. Whoa.
We're gonna overcurl.
Full eight. Okay, good.
So not bad from Kirsten there, but you can see just pokes out around the center guard.
Okay.
And
Back
Team
line.
MacMillan play the tick here. That's interesting.
Very interesting call. I've only seen one tick this entire week. When that rock is not touching the center line, obviously the opposition can tick it. They can't remove it from play. It's still in the free guard zone, but they can tick it.
Yep. Yep. Just
You know,
through.
back to your point about I
Hard.
would be remiss
Hard.
not to say that we do have a
Hard.
veteran team, an
Hard.
older team perhaps, other than Megan.
Hard. Gotta go.
You know,
Hard.
playing against quite a bit of a younger
Hard.
team, and I always
Hard.
bug Shannon and Kristen about this.
Yeah, yeah,
But when you're
yeah.
playing in a semifinal of a provincial champion, you just bring it all, everything you've got. Oh, great sweeping there by Kristen Ryan.
Yeah, unfortunately, just takes it forwards does Sarah Loken.
Kayla, is that pretty close?
Is that about right here?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Okay. What was mine?
Got button.
Both teams in
Okay.
agreement as to where
5-8.
to replace that stone that
Let's
was
go.
unfortunately hit outside of the free guard zone. So great chance here for Megan Yamamoto to try and get one in behind those
When
two
she
blue
does that, it
stones.
really drops.
Okay, we're at top 4.
Whoa. Okay.
I think we're top 8.
Key.
Top 4.
Okay. Whoa.
T line.
Okay. Line's really good. Yeah.
No.
Stay close.
Wait, line only.
Okay.
Top
Whoa.
4.
Shannon's rock.
Don't want to.
Okay,
Okay.
you may be confused by the last name,
little
but
heavy.
Megan Yamamoto is nay Megan Daniels, the sister of
Okay.
Sarah Daniels. So it's
Okay.
an all-sister battle here in the semifinal. Sarah had stepped away from the competitive game for a few years, but came back this year with this Kayla
Even
MacMillan
just the
team,
straight
and I
peel's
bet
okay.
they thought this
Good
was
come
maybe a
up here.
possibility coming into the season that they'd face each other in a big game at the BC Championships, but here we are. Definitely adds a little extra stakes. I'd love to know who Ernie and Jackie are cheering for in this one.
I know, and actually Ernie and Daniel are directly across from us, so I'm keeping an eye on them as well.
Okay, good shooter. Good.
And we can
I guess
sweep
if
it.
you're an optimist, you
Okay.
look at it like, well, one of our daughters is guaranteed to win.
That's right.
And not one of our daughters is guaranteed to lose.
Right.
So
They
nice.
both go home with medals.
Yeah, well, that's true too.
So Lindsay was trying to peel the top guard. Obviously would have loved to catch the one that's top 8 as well, but
9-8.
just manages a
Okay.
straight peel.
Clean.
So
Up.
Kristen Ryan,
Easy.
without the hammer here in the
Clean.
first
Whoa,
end,
whoa, whoa.
isn't really
Jan.
interested in taking too many chances
9.5.
without that hammer. So
You got it.
Keep going,
removing
Jan.
that
Right over.
red
Well,
Right
keep
over.
going,
MacMillan
keep
stone
going,
that's
keep
back
going,
of the
keep
rings.
going, keep going.
10-3?
Yeah. Take through it, bud.
It'll roll out.
How's that weight?
Peel.
So double
Yep.
opportunity here for Lindsay Dubé.
Yeah.
Lindsay was the import on this team, but
Yep.
moved to Victoria last year, so she's now
Hard.
one of us.
Hard.
One of us.
Absolutely.
Sit.
Just misses that back blue.
Yeah, 3 of 4 of the
Good
MacMillan
one.
team now living in Victoria,
Girl.
playing out of the Victoria Curling Club. Sarah still
10.
in the Lower Mainland, but Sarah Daniels.
Okay.
But hopefully one day we'll get her over there.
Go.
This is my
9-8.
shredded shot
Little
right
out.
here.
Yep.
In, out,
Yep.
out to
9.5.
the side, off center.
Yeah?
Yeah, this is just my least favorite shot. But let's see how
Clean.
Shannon Jonice does it.
Here.
Maybe get lessons from her.
Would love for this one to
Good.
stick in the house here.
10-5.
And it will, but does roll pretty close to that blue stone in the back 4. So another double try here for Sarah Daniels.
Peel.
Would have loved to keep that
Third.
separation if you're Team Ryan. Maybe get a little backdoor force here out of Team MacMillan.
Close. 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 Yep. Yep. Hard. 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 Hard.
And
Good
the
sir.
double made, very nice
Oh,
from
nice
Sarah
shot.
Daniels. Now we may be heading to our favorite
10-5
town,
there.
Melissa.
Okay.
Already.
Blanksville.
Already.
They were waiting for us. It's actually the Blanksville Day Parade today.
Okay. Easy.
Making
Clean.
a little.
Clean.
Making a little.
All you. All day.
Clean.
Straight.
Straight.
Straight. Straight. Straight. Straight. straight, really hard.
Just looking for a nose
Yep,
hit.
yep,
Shannon Jonice, her last stone here in the first end.
Good.
No mistake
Oh,
made,
probably
so
a
it'll
solid
be
10. Okay.
another hit called here for Sarah Daniels.
A lot of curlbc affiliation out there, John. Actually, Kayla MacMillan and Lindsay Dubé are working for me at the high performance program. They're running the
Nice.
development side
Yep.
of the high performance
Clean.
program. And,
Heavy
and
clean,
Diane
heavy
Desir on
clean.
the other side
Yep.
is also
Yep. Yep.
a consultant with curlbc, as
Clean.
is Shannon
Heavy
Jonice.
clean,
So
heavy clean, heavy
lots
clean.
of people out there helping
There you
me out.
go.
Very fortunate.
Right at me.
Well, that's usually who you want running the high performance program in your province, is people who are playing in the biggest games we have.
Did you get a time on Shan?
As we said off the top, winner of this game will move on to tomorrow's BC final against Corinne Brown. Winner of that game will go to the Scotties Tournament of Hearts in Thunder Bay, coming up in a few weeks' time. And the loser will go home with a bronze medal. Or plaque? Are we medaling or are we plaquing?
I probably should know the answer to that question.
Looks
but
like
I don't.
medals based on the table over there.
Yeah, I was just going to look for it. There it is. Yep, medals.
You may or may not know this, Melissa, but I won a few bronze medals in this province over my time. And some of them were medals and some of them were plaques. So
Good collection then. Variety.
I
Clean,
don't know,
yep.
they're in the
Don't tell me.
They're in the Coca-Cola River somewhere.
Clean.
Don't tell me.
Yep.
No,
Clean.
I'm just kidding. I still have them.
Clean. Kinda girl. Good throw.
A nice shot there from Kristen Ryan with her first.
Nice throw.
You'll hear a lot of references to numbers being thrown out by both teams, and you know, teams are looking for about a 10.5, a kind of a control hit between the two hog lines. Sometimes you'll see here 11, 11.5 just for the softer weights. And you'll see more and more that both teams throw softer weights when needed to get rolls so that they can include their sweepers on every shot.
Heavy clean.
And no mistake made there by Kayla. Kristen would love to repeat
Yeah,
the
same
feat
weight.
here so that Kayla has to throw a shot for the blank and
Boring.
just throw it through the house.
Someone said a little boring, but
Well, you
we're
know.
not saying that.
Same weight. I threw a 10.
Yeah.
Well, at least it didn't start this way. It wasn't 8
That's right.
pops up and down like this.
That's right.
We did have some intrigue. We had a first end tick. I mean,
We did.
how soon we forget. Last rock here for Kristen Ryan, first end. Just an open hit and
Maybe a
stick.
little less.
Yep. Yep.
Yep. Nice, clean.
Clean.
Clean. Easy,
Whoa,
easy. Little
whoa.
Megan. Little Megan. Good. Nice. 9-5.
And that is indeed right on the beak. And so Kayla MacMillan already in the hack, ready to throw. With these teams being on time clocks, they love to try and save some seconds wherever they can. And this is an obvious call here for Kayla, just looking to peel this rock out for the blank. Final stone.
Good.
Yep.
Yep. Hard. Hard, Lynn.
Lindsay Dubé picking this one up right away.
Hard. Yep. Keep hard. Do it. You're good. Nice sweep, Lynn.
And indeed, good sweep there from Lindsay Dubé. Gets the rock out of the house. We'll put a couple zeros up on the board. Kayla MacMillan will keep the hammer into the second end.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's Ice Pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency. It is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best broom in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
Welcome back
That's
inside
like
the
top of
George
the
Preston
logo.
Rec Center for continuing coverage of the BC Provincial Championships presented by Best Western. It is the women's semifinal. Team Ryan, Team MacMillan, whether you're joining us on Czech or CBC.ca or Curling Stadium, we welcome you in. And Melissa, looks like we're going to have some action here. Center guard up and corner guard up.
Okay.
Yeah, I like this.
I
And,
think
you
this
know,
will be
Kristen
mine.
Ryan's been playing so great all week, and she's not afraid to put that center guard up when she doesn't have the hammer. And in the first time, we did see Team MacMillan play the come around on the first. This time, they're throwing up a corner guard, trying to manufacture a deuce in this even second end.
All right, 15-2.
Yeah, I think we've talked about this before, but Kayla MacMillan, no stranger to having rocks in play, likes to play aggressive and likes to make that big shot at the end of an end for a potential big score. So
Line right now.
not surprised to see them throw up the
Back
corner
four.
guard here.
Close.
Okay, running right now.
Line's getting better.
Okay, just starting to
Back
curl.
4.
Just starting to
Back
curl.
8.
Okay.
And nothing at all from Jonisa Yamamoto. This one looks a little bit heavy.
4.
And indeed, that will slide all the way into the back 12. So really good chance for Team MacMillan to get things set up.
Yeah, you can imagine that she would likely, she's going to ignore that stone, get in behind that corner guard as soon as possible. So a little mistake there from Kirsten Fox. You know, these teams obviously played each other during the week, John, and they've probably had a chance to scout each other out, knowing that this was a potential for semifinal Saturday.
Gonna be
Yeah, they did play
Lindsay.
each other in the round robin. Team MacMillan were 8-3 winners in that game.
Okay,
And
line's
certainly
getting
coming into
cold,
this
line's
game,
getting
MacMillan
good.
would be the favorite,
Let's
ranked in the
brew.
top 25 in the
Always
world currently.
Lindsay.
Kristen Ryan down in the
You can go,
80s.
you can go.
They're
Little
a
more,
team that
little more,
mostly
little
plays
more.
in
Okay,
BC,
that's
sticks around here, but often have
Okay.
success. They qualified in every event they played in this
You
year,
want to go
so
for it?
they're a good team. And as we
I
said,
think
they
so.
were bronze medalists last year. You know that Kayla MacMillan is not going to be taking them lightly.
Hey, Megan, nice. Let's go.
So you can see there, that got almost dead buried for Sarah Loken, but with how much this ice is curling, it is chaseable for Megan
12 and a
Yamamoto.
half. Okay.
Yeah, just a
Big
back
mover.
line
13.
hack weight.
Whoa, oh,
And once it makes the curl,
Here.
you should be able to carve it right over and get that stone that is fully buried. Obviously, the tolerance is hitting the guard.
Really gotta go.
Don't want to go by everything, though. That is the key here.
And unfortunately, it looks like that
really
is what they're
bad,
going to
no.
do. Looked like pretty close to the right weight.
I
Maybe
think
a
so.
hair heavy, but pretty close. Just didn't really catch that curl.
Yeah,
Not
when,
sure.
Yeah.
sorry, John.
No, you go.
Yeah, I'm just going to say, when you're throwing in these kind of games, so you have to think tolerance. It's an absolute must. So if you're going to throw that shot, and I mean, it was a lot of ice, but obviously Kristen felt that was where the broom needed to go. So you have to throw the weight that matches where you put the broom. And if your tolerance is to tick the guard, that is, a perfectly acceptable outcome.
There.
But going by everything just isn't, especially when you don't have
Okay,
hammer.
well
Back.
So we're seeing Lindsay Dubé come around the center guard here. Just maybe going to freeze the back one on an audible. I'm maybe a little surprised, Melissa, not to see them throw
Right to
another
it,
one
right
around
to
the
it, gotta go
corner.
line to be
I am too, actually, and I'm just wondering because maybe
Hard, Sarah, stay on it, hard. Okay, good pull. 4-4.
just because of where that redstone stopped in its top 12, there really wasn't a
don't mind
great
coming down
opportunity
to
to
it.
draw around again. Maybe you'd
right down
you
to
could
it?
freeze to it or
Great.
come around, then you'd be behind the T line. So maybe that's why they elected to go around the middle.
So 15.
The plan wasn't to freeze until about halfway down, so the audible was made to get right onto the face of the blue. So chance here for Megan now to follow Lindsay down.
Yep. I like that. Back 8.
Okay.
Well, she wants it back.
That's
12.
fine. Line's okay.
Back 8.
Line's good.
T-line.
Okay. Yeah, then, yep.
Hear the communication,
Yeah,
making
gotta
sure
go
that
hard.
they're
Top 4.
very aware of where the weight is.
Whoa. Should we just go here now?
Do I need to?
Yes,
curl
Shannon.
Kristen?
Keep going.
Not quite to the back one, but it does settle in for shot.
hit it a little thicker.
Half is fine.
Okay.
Got it.
This feels a little defensive.
Yeah, I saw this a couple of times this week, John, where there's an opportunity right now for Team MacMillan to punch that stone out, the shot stone, maybe roll away from the center and lie to, but they seem to quickly go into the defensive and try and peel.
Okay.
You know, unfortunately for Lindsay Dubé, that will over curl. And so it leaves the center guard up. And that was always the risk when you play defensively if you do this. Now Kristen Ryan has a chance to get another one in there. Lie 2.
5-7, hey?
Yeah, a little surprised to see them switch gears. We just talked about how they like to play aggressively, but that certainly quite a defensive call.
So what an opportunity here for Shannon Jonice and Team Ryan. This one, they're looking for top 4 fully buried behind that center guard.
Top 4.
And they'll continue to put the pressure on Team MacMillan.
Top 8. Okay. Line's great. Line's great. Top 12. Yep, gotta go. Curling.
Yeah, Moto and Fox leaning on this one.
Yep. Hard.
And this
We're just
looks
tight.
way short.
Okay, easy. Whoa, I don't know.
An opportunity missed there for Team Ryan. What a great chance they had to lie 2.
Yeah, now for Sarah Daniels, if you could ever get inside this, you'd lay 3.
I feel like a board.
The other option is actually just to draw. They could draw top 4 around those 2 centers, but I get it. There's a chance to lie 3, as you mentioned, John. All behind the tee line, however.
Yep. Hard then. Hard.
Sarah Daniels set a little light out of the hand. You see Loken and Dubé on it here.
You got it. Hard.
Trying to get it by the center guard.
Hard.
Can they get it by the guard? They do.
Hard.
Now will it stick around for third shot? It will not.
Okay, good
But
feet.
does get the blue out the back of the house, and Team
Fine.
MacMillan lies
Fine.
2.
Great brushing to hold that one as long as they could.
Okay. So I think I was just all around soft on that, hey?
Yeah.
Soft kick, soft release. So, okay. So 15.
Thanks to Shannon for giving us the information. You heard her.
Yep.
And, you know, you have to be very, very positive on your release on this ice. Once it starts to curl, there's not a lot you can do, so it curls so much. So
I like
you
it.
don't need any help.
Line's
There's
great.
a better release. You can
Okay,
see
line's
that
really
she
nice.
had a nice,
Top eight.
solid
Okay.
Yeah, then.
better though.
Line's good. Whoa.
Yeah,
Release on that one. Lots of
Whoa, line's
rotation.
Gonna get tight.
Want to go a bit? Okay, Megan. Yep.
Yep.
Top 8. Yeah, hard, guys.
Once again, Yamamoto and Fox
Keep it going.
leaning on this one.
Whoa. Little bit.
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
Nice shot.
Good from Jonice. Maybe a hair overswept, actually.
I would agree, John. It could have been maybe a foot higher.
Yeah, slides a
This is the
smidge
tee
deep.
line.
Okay.
Kind of looking at like the team speed.
And Melissa, I'm imagining part of what Shannon's talking about there with how much this ice has been curling. If you ever get it started or you have a soft release, it's just going to curl more.
It's just going to curl right out of that hand. And we saw on her first one, the brushes went pillar to post, and there wasn't a lot they could do with it, even drag it, right? Because the weight comes off so quickly.
Room still.
So you can see what Lindsay's here. Sarah. She's trying to keep the momentum of the stone by kind of dragging her broom. And once they make that determination as to where it is for weight, then they can start sweeping for curl or straight.
Yep.
This looks like it's going to be pretty perfect.
Great shot there.
Wow,
from Sarah
nicely done.
Daniels, right on the face. Not sure if they're shot or not, but certainly a really good spot for that one from Sarah Daniels.
Yeah, because she can't get to the nose of it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Do I cover any bit of the button?
I want to make sure.
I'm wondering if blue is shot.
Pretty much the same as
Can't
you.
quite tell. It's very close.
Your tolerance is to be a little
Yeah.
high, right? Is that where you had me?
Yeah, I think I had.
I think it might
There's
be
a good
where you
look.
brought me to
Your
go here.
your pick.
Oh, it's tough without having the overhead, but I would say it's.
I think it's
it's-
blue.
Looks like blue, yeah.
I think it's blue.
That was 5.5 feet.
Okay.
Oh, that's close.
Does.
Okay. Well, that's a
Thank
good
you for the
angle
view.
then. Yeah, that's close, but it does look like blue from that angle.
So really important here for Kristen Ryan. They're trying to play the corner freeze on the red one that was just thrown by Sarah Daniels. However, we talk about tolerance, and really, especially if they're shot, the tolerance on this is to be on the lighter side. So you can even be top 4, top 8, as long as you're blocking that path so that Kayla MacMillan can't access shot stone.
I'll slide. Okay, let's go.
First rock for Kristen Ryan in the second end.
Top 8. Where? Top 8.
You heard the brusher say
Less
top
than
8.
yours. Mine's okay. Top 12. No, it's not. Here's
It's a
rock.
little light from here.
Top tight. Whoa, straight then, straight then. Keep going. Yep. Okay, yep. Okay.
John, that
okay,
was a
okay,
17-second rock from hog to hog.
Wow.
15-9.
I got 17-1 on Shannon, so like over.
Yes, there you go. 16-9 and 17-1. I'm not a math whiz, but I do believe the average of those two is 17.
But I feel like you gotta move it off the button anyways.
Good
shot. I think we are. It's really close. I feel like we have to
Okay,
move
they
it.
think they're shot.
Oh, okay.
Just come here.
They have younger eyes than we do.
Yeah, that was our first thought.
I feel like a better.
And a slightly better vantage point.
I wasn't going to say that. I was just going to
Yeah.
give them the benefit, yeah. So 2 options that Kayla was thinking. She can actually just play the draw right to the button.
Yeah, I think that works for me.
The other option that she may need to leave for her last is trying to come with the other turn, the in turn, and pick the blue one out.
You can always play that chain.
But she's pretty confident that they are shot.
Yeah.
I don't mind kind
Like
of sitting there for a second.
just like top button.
Again, you can just see the fantastic ice conditions here. Thanks huge to Mike Merklinger and Norm Scott for all their work and all the volunteers that helped them out this week.
Chance now for Kayla MacMillan to get herself on the way to a potential multiple scorer. Needs this one to be close.
Top
I
12.
got a pretty good ad.
Top 8.
I like
Ultra-weight
it.
line's okay.
Top 8. Top 4.
Okay, you want to touch the button.
We're close.
Line's good.
Line's good, close.
Starting to go.
Great
Line's
communication
still
there
okay.
by the brushers, Sarah and
Here.
Lindsay.
We're back 4.
Whoa. Bring it deep. Is it coming off at
This
all?
looks a little heavy. You don't want to be heavy here.
You do not.
Shit.
Okay.
Sorry, Kayla.
And then you have to kind of make a decision at that time as to if you know it's back button or especially T-line or back button, you kind of want to take it all the way back. Now a great opportunity for Kristen Ryan to lock it on there and definitely be shot rock right on the button.
Their second has a mic pack. Lindsay's wearing one.
Great, let's lock it on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Full button.
definitely not where Kayla wanted that stone.
5.5.
Yep.
Okay, let's go.
I saw Kristen Ryan make a peach of a shot yesterday when she had to draw around everything to sit 2. Actually, sorry, that was this morning. I can't remember anymore.
Time's a flat circle, Melissa.
Against Team Reese Hansen to tie the game in 10. What a brilliant shot
Top
it was.
4.
It was very similar.
Lots of room on it. Top 8. Top 4. Okay. Top
So
4.
really good steal
Lots
chance
of
here
room.
for
It's
Kristen
here's
Ryan
rock.
if she can
Line's
lock this
great.
one
Top
on.
4. Megan. Yep. Top 4. Straight. We're good. Whoa. It's got a curl. Easy. Curl. Easy. Yep.
Fox trying to guide this one in. You gotta be
Yep.
there, though.
Hard.
Oh no, they left it light.
Yeah, just waited a hair too
Oh,
long.
mistake there by the brushers. You can see Kristen just a little bit frustrated with that. It was absolutely perfect, but unfortunately
Yeah.
it does not outcount the back red for sure.
Yeah, it's just whether or not there's a shot
you
for
send
2
it in
here
here.
Yeah.
or not. I mean, if you, is there any way, Melissa, you could make this angle for 5?
Oh boy. I think you're right, John. That's exactly what Kayla's looking at.
Like a thicker half or a thinner
Yeah, you just run it onto that top red. If you hit it anywhere high side, it's for 4 at least, maybe 5 if you get your shooter to stick.
Run fairly straight.
Yeah, maybe give me edge.
So it will run pretty straight here. You can hear Kayla, and she can throw it pretty hard, but she's looking for, I think she said peel weight.
Yeah,
Yeah, you probably need that much to move that.
Move that many rocks, I guess,
Yeah,
hey?
those 2 blues. And I think the good part for Kayla is I don't think there's any risk. I don't think you can ever mess up your red shot stone there. So
I agree.
you
So
can really have a good go at this.
yeah, I think 3/4 high side, broom side, might make this.
Well, it would be one of the shots of the week if Kayla MacMillan can come up with one here. It is a potential angle run for 5. Final stone.
Close. Yep. Yep. Hard.
Lindsay, do they on this?
Hard.
Do they have anything? What do they have? Oh! And unfortunately did actually get rid of their shot stone. That was hard to do. And we are going to have a measure.
Wow,
So close.
so
from Kayla
close.
MacMillan, just missing.
Just over curl by probably 1/2 inch. If we ever get another chance to look at that, we can see how much she hit of that top stone.
So here comes the measuring stick. We heard one of the teams say they think it was red. I'm not sure who it was exactly.
It is very, very close. From that angle, it does look slightly red, I think. But again, we don't have the overhead to give us a precise look. Otherwise, I probably would get it right. Just saying.
I believe you will as well. Oh, so it is red by quite a bit, actually.
It is.
And so it's 1 red, a great try from Kayla MacMillan, although this red winning the measure means that they were probably sitting 2 before they threw it. So
I agree.
unfortunate for Kayla, but probably worth the risk. It was a shot for 5, didn't come off. They'll settle for 1. We'll get our first look at Kristen Ryan with the hammer. If you're watching this at home and you're a CurlBC member, you can receive exclusive home, condo, and tenant insurance savings and enhanced coverages at our partner, Bel Air Direct. It pays to be a member. And Melissa, just, wow, we're still recovering here in the booth. A really good try from Kayla MacMillan on her last. Missed by about 1 inch. It was a shot for 4 or maybe 5. They settle for 1. Don't often see a game-changing shot in the second end, but that might have been one there.
Oh, absolutely. And like we talked about on the break, John, there was a chance that they were lying to before that rock was thrown. However, as you just said, risk versus reward. If you have a chance to take the little risk, because we didn't really feel actually there was a risk that she could get rid of her own, but the reward could have been 4 or 5, absolutely worth it in the second end.
So Kristen Ryan with the hammer for the first time here in the third end.
Like a normal path.
So center line goes up. Center line guard goes up for Team
Line's
MacMillan.
Really good. Really
And
good.
Kristen Ryan, also not afraid for rocks in play, throws the first one around. Just a little light. It is biting the top 12 as you see it there. But now a chance for Sarah Loken. Would like this to be above the tee. And that's a good spot.
Smidge heavy. Kristen Ryan probably feeling a little lucky she avoided giving up 5. And if you're feeling lucky, you can head on over to the BC Championships 50-50. There will be a draw at the end of every game day throughout the championships. You can support BC curling and win big. You can get your tickets. You don't even have to be here in Langley. You can go online to curlbc.ca/5050. That's 5050.
Okay. Whoa, guys. Whoa.
Yeah, brushers are just kind of keeping this clean. Maybe a little sweep here and there, but it is a titch heavy, and the last thing you really want to do here is tick off, which is what's going to happen. And a bit of mistake there. Maybe by the team. I wouldn't say just the thrower, so not a great result there. So chance now for Team MacMillan to put another one at the top button. They would love to try and put a lot of pressure here on Team Ryan with the hammer.
To it.
Easy then.
Heard the players, they had a pregame practice about 9 minutes each, and they were both talking about how fast the ice is. So you have to make sure that you're giving the rock to the sweepers. You have to allow them to work the rock, manage the curl. And if you're there on your own, there's not much the sweepers can do.
Yeah, no touch there from Daniels and Loken, and Lindsay Dubé's rock does stay in the open, as you heard Kayla say, and this should be a chance for Megan Yamamoto to get rid of both of them.
Yeah, a chance to make the double in line 2 here. Can even probably roll her shooter a little bit away. Or right on the nose would work as well, I think, if she can clear the guard.
5. Okay, clean. Yep. Whoa, 12. Whoa. Clean. Clean, yep. Hard.
She's close.
Nice shot from Megan Yamamoto.
Great shot.
11.
Doesn't get rid of both reds, but gets them both out of the forefoot. Very nice shot.
Gonna wait, you like?
Didn't get by those guards by much.
No, they didn't. They were a little casual on that. So chance now just for Lindsay to just hit and stick. She might want a little tiny roll underneath, but if you can leave it exposed, it won't be shot stone, but it would be there for promotion. And that blue one that's sitting on the side 4 would be in the way.
Hard.
Definitely want to hit this a little bit.
Hard.
Gotta get by the guards though.
Hard.
This is all over the top. So tough pair there for Lindsay Dubé. Hangs her first one and gets this one a little bit tight. And Kristen Ryan sitting 2 with the hammer.
On the corner, what do you like?
Yep.
I want to really bunch them all together.
I think she'll maybe come down like that, right?
Pardon?
She might come down like this.
Yeah, and then we run. Whatever you like.
Or the out turn, I guess, around the center.
I don't mind it, Kristen.
That?
See, we don't want to show our
What do you like,
feet,
Megan?
get some rolls, right?
Yeah. Do you like the out turn around the center? Out turn around the center?
The dilemma here is if they come towards the middle, they're bunching their rocks up, as you heard Shannon say, and with the way that Team MacMillan can hit, they can obviously get 2 or 3 or maybe even 4 rocks going. So that's their biggest concern right now.
Line's nice.
So they're going to try and pull the play away from the center and get around that red guard.
Back 4. Okay. Tons of line. Okay, Kier.
As long as it's out counting the redstone at the back, I think that's, it's decent. The one thing you don't want to do is leave it exposed so that there's no in-off for Team MacMillan. This looks pretty good. Nice shot. Yeah, that works.
It's really close to nose.
Yeah, just a hair high.
But yeah, just make this double for
Yeah,
sure.
Ryan lying 3 with the hammer here. Sarah Daniels is going to have to make something good here. Alleviate the pressure a little bit.
Close.
Yep.
Whoa.
Whoa. No.
Whoa.
Just a little high side to make at least 2 of them go. And did not.
Yeah, and the unfortunate part of that, Miss Melissa, is you actually make the angle tougher on those blues too. It's just a little bit higher now. And you leave all three there. So
That was 4-8.
send is starting to get a little bit dangerous if you're Team MacMillan here.
I agree. And if Shannon Jonice can put this one around the guard again, just maybe a little bit higher this time. They're going to be line 4
Soft release. Soft release.
with the hammer.
Soft release. Top 8. Yeah, then.
Yeah.
Yeah. T. Yeah.
So you hear them say soft release again. That means it's going to curl a lot.
Yeah.
Not the same amount of rotation as we usually see from Shannon.
Really hard. Yep. Yep. Keep going. Keep
Can
going,
they get
keep
it
going,
by?
Keep going. Little rev. Yep.
Yeah, just soft again out of her hand. Good call by the sweepers. So Shan's just going to want to make sure that she really finishes that rotation, that release.
Kind of
Makes it positive.
Actually.
So can Sarah Daniels get 2 here? I think Kayla's actually maybe lining up 3, but
A third.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's also
it's
kinda
probably
close to
there, but
jamming,
it's
so.
certainly not easy.
We just play the middle double then?
Well, like I think it's kind of this anyways.
Okay.
Do you like it?
Whatever you're seeing.
Yeah, you can come and look real quick if you just want to see the angles.
that's what I love, John, is when
You can also
a
just see
skip
the
asks, do you
in
like
out
it?
and out
And your
this
response as
way.
another player is, whatever you like.
Yeah.
No, I'm asking you
Yeah.
the question.
No,
so
you tell me.
if you could help, that would be great.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like it should
It's
come
like when my
out
wife
there,
asks
but-
me what I want for dinner.
And you say,
And I'm
whatever
like,
you
I don't
want.
know, whatever you want. She goes, can you just make a decision?
Can you
please?"
just give me information? That would be great, yeah.
If you don't make
So
it
there's a good look at it. It's a very, very
Yeah.
steep double if you're playing from the inside.
like that, we
So
want
that's why they were
to
looking at
finish it.
slashing it.
So, like you've got a bit of room, like to roll. Like it doesn't have to be super precise.
They could play the hit and roll off the shot stone.
Yeah.
Do you like that better?
Yeah, and even if we only roll half under, like anything goes straight onto it too.
'Kay.
Yeah. I got a little bit of air.
Okay. Which turn do you like?
I like the out.
Okay. With
11.
11. Okay.
Yeah, I don't mind this call at all, John. I think the double slash potential triple is very difficult. I mean, if you play the slash, obviously you lose your shooter.
I'm thinking
So
that's
now they've
enough.
elected to play at about 11, so just kind of hack the board weight, and they're going to try and cross this shot stone and roll under the 2 guards and be second shot. And I think it's so crucial here to be second shot at the end of this.
A little big.
Close.
Stay close.
Big part off.
Close.
Yeah, it looks a little big out of her hand.
Stay close.
No.
Close. Yep. Yep. Hard. Hard. Hard.
Got to stick in for second shot. Oh, and that will
Oh.
overroll.
Wow.
Oh boy.
Sorry.
Yep, not good.
Okay. Good throw. Yeah.
5.5 still?
Yep.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah, even nose would have been better there. You might have been able to set up the angles for a double a little better if you did that, but rolling there, this really opens the door for Shannon Jonice. Get around this corner guard and going to be looking at scoring a multiple here for sure.
Yeah, you know, Shannon gathered the
Top
information,
eight,
went to
eight.
school on her last shot, knows that
Top
she
eight,
needs to
guys,
throw
aim
this
for
a little bit
top
more
eight,
positive.
Top 12.
Gotta go.
Yep. Hard. Gotta go. Yep.
You can hear the sweeper saying they gotta go for weight.
Yes. Hard.
Yeah, this looks short again.
Hard, guys. Go.
Wow,
Go.
I'm shocked.
Okay.
Another mistake by Team Ryan.
Yeah, that was a really critical one there because now you've staggered those corner guards, and if Kayla MacMillan can make a hit and roll under, she can actually escape from this end.
Absolutely. That was a huge missed opportunity there for Team Ryan. So can Kayla MacMillan now make a great hit and roll here and get it somehow squeak out of this end?
Sometimes in curling, you need to rely on your skip to save you, and that's what Team MacMillan will need out of Kayla here.
Close.
Easy.
Close.
Close.
Yep.
11-5.
Yep.
Yep, hard.
Hard.
Gotta go. Good touch in center.
Hard. Yep. Hard. Yep. Hard. Hard.
Trying to go hard for the roll here. Going hard for the roll.
Yep.
Well,
And there it is. What an amazing shot. Kayla MacMillan, as you said, the skip, bailing her team out right now.
Great shot from Kayla MacMillan. Good sweep from Lindsay Dubé as well. And just like that, MacMillan lying one completely buried.
Yeah.
So still a chance for a skipper's deuce here if your team Ryan. That one rolled just outside the 4-foot. So Kristen can get around there and kind of corner freeze to that red stone. Doesn't even have to really be corner frozen. But as long as she's touching the red, she will be shot stone and it'll be hard for Kayla to do anything with it. So big, big shot here for Kristen.
What's that? Right, the 4 to be
1 point looking at a potential 4. And now down to skip stones and hopefully trying to somehow manufacture a 2.
Here, you got it. Yeah.
Corner freeze upcoming for Kristen Ryan, her first here in the third end.
Whoa, then. I think that's lots. No, we're good.
Hot to line.
Top 4.
Whoa. Looks hot. Line's good.
Top 4. Okay. Not
Line's
curling.
good. Here it comes.
Top 4.
Okay, here's rock.
Cure.
Here's rock. Make it
Go,
good.
Cure. Gotta go.
Weight sounds good.
Gotta go.
Can they
Fight
get
the
it there?
4.
All the way. Go, 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 go.
Fight the 4. Go. Keep going.
Good, Preston.
Really good shot.
Oh,
from
that's
Kristen Ryan.
brilliant. Well done by Kristen.
Really good. Nice
And
job.
great judge by Megan and Kirsten.
even if you're like here,
Have fun to make her chase.
Yeah.
might not stare out.
Yeah, like I think it's good we passed it because even if we're like here, we bounce off and then she just not. That was cool.
Yeah, I think so.
You heard Kayla and Sarah there. Now, Kayla, what she's going to try and do is actually get around that blue one that's just biting the top 4 and see if she can get 3/4 buried. Shot stone. Would like to force Kristen to have to chase it because you never know what can happen.
A little left.
Pretty quiet crowd out there, John.
They're on pins and needles just like we are. A very important shot here for Kayla MacMillan. Trying to draw around everything.
Careful.
Close. Okay, gotta go a little for line. Gotta go a little for line.
Kayla thought it was a little hot out of her hand.
Go line.
Oh,
Yep, gotta go line.
I think I just heard light.
Yeah,
Hi,
Loken and
Ben.
Dubé on this. This looks way light.
Top 12.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, the one good thing for them is that ends up on a line where Kristen can't promote her stone that she just threw for 3. But as you said, Melissa,
No, like
Kristen
it's
had the
five-
chance
it's
to
a
set up the
5-0.
skip's deuce with her first one, and she's done just that. Now she'll need to find her way to the 4-foot.
Yeah, and because of where that redstone stopped, it does force Kristen to go another 3, 4, 5 inches out into the 12-foot. But this does look very, very similar to the draw to the button path that both teams would know very well. So what an opportunity here for Kristen Ryan to get her skipper's deuce. Just needs a piece of the 4.
Final stone here for Kristen Ryan, down by 1 and looking to take the lead.
Running.
Line's good.
Just harder. Running, not curling
Now
yet.
we're curling.
Need to bite the 4. Whoa, curling now. Stay
Curling
easy,
down.
easy,
Take a look.
easy.
Take a look. Whoa, whoa.
Ooh, this looks a little heavy.
Easy.
Looks a
If
little
it picks
heavy.
up the curl, it should stop, and there it is.
Comes down just in time, so it will be 2 on the board for Team Kristen Ryan. Kayla MacMillan will try to take the lead back when we come back.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You could throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, line's really nice. Okay, just tight. Line's really nice.
So a big third end there for Kristen Ryan. Avoided giving up 4 or 5 in the second end and responded with a 2. They now lead 2-1. And Melissa, I feel like for Team MacMillan, they're going to feel a little hard done by through 3 ends to be down in this game.
Yeah, I would agree, but you know, the way things were shaping up in that third end, there was a lot of blue rocks around and a couple unfortunate misses. Team MacMillan was lucky, probably only to give up 2 in that end, as you say, John. So now this important fourth end, a tight center goes up by Team Ryan and Kirsten Fox. And a corner guard now for Sarah Loken.
Keep it moving. Line's really good.
I think Kayla will try what she can here to get a deuce right back.
If this is your first time joining us this week, a reminder that you can check out the photos, live scores, draws, and the digital event program for the BC Championships online. Just click the banner on our official website, curlbc.ca.
Lot of line right now. I dropped it. Okay, a lot of line right now.
Lots of room. Megan's rock. Broom down.
Megan all day. Yeah. Okay, Megan.
Top 8 now.
Okay.
Good weight, just trying to get this one right behind.
Yep, hard.
Yep.
Hard. You're doing it. Hard.
As much as you can. Keep going. Keep pushing. Great brushing. She just kind of slid.
Nice weight there by Kirsten, and a great brush by Shannon and Megan.
Always love when my skip would tell me that I was doing it. You're doing it. And I never believed them, to be honest with you. It always sounded like, are you sure? But yeah, nice sweep there. Caught some of the curl. Megan Yamamoto.
Top 8. Minimum.
So they are this time, Melissa, going to ignore the rock in the center and go around the corner.
Yeah, you can see that entire bluestone, so they don't feel the panic to have to play on it right away. So they're gives them a chance to utilize their corner guard.
Hard finish. He can go. He's got room to go.
Trying to over curl this if possible, so that the chase isn't available. And that's a lovely shot, lovely pair by Sarah Loken.
On this side, yeah.
Tolerance is high.
Let's go.
Right the 4.
I like this call by Kristen. She's going to keep her foot down here and try and Christmas tree these. Just get half around that top center guard, completely ignoring that redstone that was just thrown by Team MacMillan.
Tons of line.
Top 4.
Okay. Shannon's rock.
Really sliding.
Okay.
I heard in the break both teams, but specifically Team Ryan, just talking a little bit more about placement, just being a little bit more precise on rock placement. Both teams are so good, you just can't afford to be off by half an inch like that one is, unfortunately.
Yeah, not a great spot for that one by Megan Yamamoto.
As long as you're thicker than a third, you'll miss this.
Okay.
A little surprised to see them run this guard. Those rocks are wide open.
Yeah, again, we talked about this in the second end where there was a chance to make a play on a rock in the rings, and Team MacMillan electing to play a run instead. Just not comfortable leaving that center guard there. So trying to catch these in the house.
Good. Nice, Lynn.
Good, Lens.
Does get one.
Yeah, pretty good shot by Lindsay Dubé, but yeah, I think you'd see a lot of teams chase that rock in the house, especially because it was wide open.
Yeah. Okay. It's high, yeah.
12. Okay.
So you can see there that Megan Yamamoto can probably see about a third of this redstone from the hack, probably.
You just going back to this point is that you have a potential of lying first and third, or even second and third with hammer. But now there's a potential you're not going to be lying anything, and you'll be bailing for the rest of the end. So it's just an interesting selection there. Is it by? Oh, wow. So close.
Yeah, good sweep there from Fox and Jonice.
11?
Unfortunately, couldn't get it by. So maybe the strategy is going to pay off here for Kayla MacMillan as they can now hit shot stone and get some separation. But yeah, I agree with you, Melissa, especially in an even end. We know that curling teams like to do their scoring in the even ends, try to end up with the hammer in the all-important 8th and 10th ends. So yeah, little surprising for sure, but it may work out here.
Gotta go.
This is curling though.
Hard.
They were trying to roll this one out into the 12-foot. This is actually going to roll the other way across the face.
Yeah, definitely not plan A, but plan B.
That's fine.
Yeah, Lindsay Dubé's had a case of the tighties here so far in this game. Has been a little bit inside. Don't know if it's a release thing or if she's just not getting quite out to the broom, but she's missed a few tight now.
10-5.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, she's going to have to dig a little deeper and just trying to figure out, maybe have a conversation with Kayla, just see if she can have a look and see what she's doing and try and eliminate that by the 5th end. So Shannon now looking to hit and roll off the second shot stone and roll right in front of shot rock. Trying to keep the stones grouped.
Straight.
Now trying a thin double, plan B here.
Okay, 9-3.
A little late to call that, but good effort.
Yeah, unfortunately for Shannon Jonice, it rolls right over top.
Theirs was here,
And
but
so
the guard was like
Sarah
a walk
Daniels
over.
can draw around this corner guard here.
How does it feel going inside out? I thought up to speed.
Like to the middle?
Yeah.
It's good.
Line's
Top
good.
rock.
Yeah.
Top 12.
Great. Thank you.
12.
This doesn't have to be deep. Top 12 is perfect.
Line's
Just
running okay.
Line's
making
ready.
sure that you almost over curl here.
Theirs if you can.
You don't want to show anything to your opposition so they can't play a double.
Close finish.
But this does have to be high. Again, you don't want this both behind the tee line.
Go, 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 go.
Weight's perfect here. Can they finish it?
Good. Good.
Oh, that's a great shot by Sarah Daniels.
Yeah, really good spot for that one.
Wait.
And so we're just going to see Shannon Jonice hit the open one here.
Okay.
10
10 and a half. 10 and a half.
Whoa.
Here. Stay close, Megan. Straight.
Trying the hit and roll.
Straight.
Hard here.
Penny.
It rolls, but not too far.
10-7.
And now Sarah Daniels could
Yeah. Okay. You still like
stack
11?
a couple behind this corner guard
Might
here.
have a tad.
Sure. Does that look okay?
All of a sudden, threes in play here, Melissa.
I agree. Big shot here for Sarah Daniels. Set her team up for 2 or set her team up for a potential 3.
Whoa.
10-3.
Whoa.
Weight's good. Close.
Yep.
Hard.
Hard.
10-3.
Hard roll.
Rolling the other way, trying to separate the stones.
10-4.
10-7, yeah. I think 10-5.
Really?
Gotta hit a little bit less of it.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, they really wanted that to actually go across the center. They don't want to keep that hit and roll opportunity available for Kristen Ryan, because if she ever makes it, it's going to be a hard chase.
Roll. Again. Sounds good.
Just an open hit here for Kristen Ryan. Would love to roll somewhere in the vicinity of that corner guard, make it a little tougher on Kayla MacMillan, but you just don't want to leave it in the middle here, Melissa, where you make it so that Kayla has an easier hit and roll behind the corner.
10-5. I think it's easy.
Yeah, and if this is a nose hit, you can see that it would be just above the tee line, so that if there was a hit and roll available, it would be
Hard curl.
very, very important and
9-7.
in a good spot. But I think they are.
Sorry, guys.
Are they going to roll out? Ouch.
That's too bad.
Yeah, maybe just a little extra weight. I didn't quite hear if what they were called versus what was thrown. Oh, there you go.
Even tee line.
Thanks, Kristen.
Okay.
Okay, I think based on mine to the corners, it's
So they draw into the open side, it looks like.
Does look like that. You could do either or here. You would never want to throw this badly and set up a double for Kristen with her last one. So I don't mind drawing the open side here. I also don't mind if they wanted to get aggressive and try to come around the corner.
I think what I gave you last time was closer. Like that one, or do you think that's still
hair
light?
more isn't gonna hurt.
Okay.
So just 2 feet. 2 feet.
Okay.
I think for Team MacMillan, they'd be very happy with the 1-point lead after the fourth end, the even end. So that would be their ultimate end plan.
Good eye, but I thought I needed it.
Ooh, looks heavy out of the hand here from Kayla MacMillan.
Oh.
Oh boy. Back 12 is not what you want to hear from your sweepers.
Might not.
You heard Kayla say out of the hand that she added, and she might have added a little bit too much.
Did she ever?
Oh boy, that is well through the house. So mistake there from Kayla MacMillan. The one thing working in her favor is that this is not the easiest dig here for Kristen Ryan. Could play the run back too if you wanted.
You got a piece. Like that much?
Yeah, could play the dig, could play the run back, could even elect to draw to it, like freeze to it, and take the double, like potential 2-point end away.
Megan through. It does curl. Okay. Yeah. All right. Give me a nice 12. Yeah, it should right to me. Yeah. I guess I want to make sure I see it.
Yeah, Kayla's not going to be happy with that first shot for sure, especially if this is made by Kristen Ryan. And she'll be looking to blank this end.
Look okay? Yes? Yeah. 12? Yeah. That's why we practice them. Yeah. Let's go.
Big chase here for Kristen Ryan. Has been looking at giving up a multiple all end, but has a chance to get herself and her team out of it here. Last rock in the fourth.
Down.
No.
Yep.
No. Oh. Here.
No.
Megan.
Straight.
No, Megan.
Oh.
Difference of an opinion, that's okay.
That's 10-8.
Okay.
I think just a little more weight than they were hoping for on that one from Kristen Ryan.
Yeah, I think Kristen wasn't aware that it was a little bit heavy, so just an unfortunate shot there and missed, but a great opportunity for MacMillan to get that too. And I'm sure Kayla, if she makes this, will be sighing a little bit of relief.
Yeah, hasn't been the most well-played of ends, really, for Team MacMillan. Some interesting strategy, a couple misses, but in the end, it's just a draw to the paint for 2, and you'll take that any day. Chance to retake the lead. Final stone, Kayla MacMillan.
I liked it.
Okay, good line.
Felt kind of there on my own.
Line's good.
We're fine. I think we're there. T-line.
Alright.
Back T.
Nice.
Sweepers don't touch this one either, but that's because the weight is pretty much perfect on its own. Right on the lid for Kayla MacMillan. 2 points on the board. Team MacMillan now leads 3-2.
Original 16, a great way to celebrate things done well.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You could throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
So Team MacMillan may be feeling a little fortunate, Melissa. They, as we said before the break, didn't have the best end, but still ended up putting 2 on the board. Got a miss out of Kristen Ryan on her last one, and they now lead 3-2.
Yeah, you know, there's been chances on both sides, and, you know, unfortunate misses by both sides as well. And so it's when you take advantage of those opportunities that you get the multiple point ends. And just that miss on Kristen's last gave Kayla the opportunity to try the draw again, as we know she missed her first one, so but makes no mistake on her second. And I think both teams will spend the 5th end break just having a really good chat with their coaches to try and make sure that they map out the ice, they map out the weights, and they make sure that they're really on cue for the last half of the game.
Yeah, I think fair to say both teams that have had the hammer have had chances for even more than 2 almost every end that they've had hammer. So that just goes to show it's maybe hasn't been the sharpest of games, but that happens. Semi-final at a provincial, a lot of nerves involved, and it makes sense. But yeah, I think you're right. The 5th end break will be a good chance for both teams to kind of dial it back in. Just a reminder that you can grab your 50-50 tickets. We do a draw every single day during the BC Championships. You can support BC curling and you can win big. Head on over to curlbc.ca/5050. That's 5050. Get your tickets. Jackpots most days have been hovering around the high 3,000s. So get your ticket. It's the only way you can win. curlbc.ca/5050.
Hard, you got it, hard.
Trying to lock this on. They don't want to be late. Can they get it there?
Great sweeping. Good. 16.
Really good sweep from Lindsay Dubé and Sarah Daniels. Comes up a hair short, but still in a good spot for Sarah Loken.
Yeah.
16-1 I got on that.
Okay. Almost touch to the 4.
I'll give you like 2 feet less. Okay. You got it.
So Kirsten Fox looking just for the corner freeze. Even top 8's okay. You heard Kristen say.
It's similar. Easy.
Just want to set up a bit of an angle on this red stone so that if they need to move things around, they can.
Really good. Yep.
Tolerance is definitely light here, though.
Yep, for line. Line on line. Yes, for line. Yes, gotta go for line.
Oh, this is really curling. Can they get it by?
Yes, keep going.
They do get it by. Now, does the angle line up? Ooh, just over curls all the way past that red one for Kirsten
really
Fox.
over curled.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Just
want to move it a rock.
Okay.
Freezing too, it's okay.
Yeah.
So Kayla MacMillan really wanting to set up some angles and some shots for the future here. She's not making the play too early. She's just getting Lindsay to set this one up. If it freezes to a red, that's good. There's nothing you'd be able to do to remove those red stones. If you tap one rock, you're freezing on that back blue shot stone. So some great opportunities here now for Team MacMillan to make it extremely difficult on her counterpart. Got to keep the line though. You don't really want to over curl.
Hard on the two, Sarah. Go.
Nice shot there. Good sweep again from the Sarahs.
Sweepers working hard out there today. Yeah, I think things are favoring Team MacMillan right now. I wouldn't fault Kristen for trying to peel off this guard and maybe open things up a bit.
Clean. Yep. Just clean. Yep. Yeah. Good. Great throw. Another girl.
And good shot there from Megan Yamamoto. And I think we'll see the guard go back up here for Lindsay Dubé.
I think so.
Hard 3.
Okay, close
Two.
the line.
The line a bit if you can.
2.
The line's okay.
3.
You can hear those numbers 2, 3. Those are different from the stopwatch numbers. That's more of the zones for sweeping. So zone 1 and 2 and 3 are just outside of the house. 3 is tight to the rings. And if you hear zone 7, that means it's T-line weight.
Great sweep. Good Lynn. Good throws.
Nice sweeping there again by Team MacMillan.
Peel.
And the two Sarahs. And another peel here for Megan Yamamoto.
Whoa, easy. Whoa, easy.
As you said earlier, John, I'm not sure when the two Daniel sisters actually played against each other before, if they have indeed played against each other, other than this week.
Yeah, you'd probably have to go back to when Megan aged out of juniors and Sarah was still playing juniors. She actually lost the national final with Kayla MacMillan back in her junior days. Also lost a mixed final with someone who may or may not be on the broadcast right now. But it's okay.
That's okay.
I'm over it.
Yeah, we're not talking about that.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
You're way over it.
Barely think about it anymore.
It's probably another medal to add to your pile, though.
Yep, and that pile once again is at the bottom of the Fraser River.
I just think if you just melted all that gold and silver and bronze, what it'd be worth to you.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. I should have looked into selling them.
That's right.
Keep going, finish your bit.
Trying to get this a split center there, and that's a nice spot there. Great job by Sarah Daniels and her sweepers.
Yeah, really good spot for that guard, and so that's going to see the peel again out of Shannon Jonice here.
Okay, right through her.
And Kristen will make decide at what point she wants to make a play. If the guard continued to go up, what time she wants to make a play. Yeah. This is Shannon's, the third's first stone. So getting close to skip stones here.
Yep.
Shannon and her husband Dean run the Golden Years Winter Club, so a big shout out to them.
Good throw, Shan. Atta girl.
I'm sure the club's watching and cheering.
Can we play on those now or one more?
Yeah, we're like this now.
I was just thinking that.
Okay. Don't want to be high at all.
That's very close, John. You can't really afford to hit it high at all.
Yeah, it seems
playing the double?
Risky to me.
Yeah, it seems a little risky. You could tap red onto red again and lock the one red onto the blue at the back. But you have to hit basically what you can see here. There's no room for error, I don't think, on this shot.
Yes! Hard!
Oh, it's definitely not high side. Gotta get by that top red.
Okay.
And does not.
That's not
that was a tough shot.
Not bad. We're
Is that spurt?
2. Yeah, this is 1.
Okay. Show me where.
Yeah, so they make that shot, but it's only to lie second and maybe third. Or sorry, first and maybe fourth.
Did you get that?
I like this
She,
right
she
now.
outlined it for us.
Yes, there you go.
Can I hit and roll though, or?
Yeah. A little bit.
Yeah, we can do that.
No, I was wondering about shot rock or first shot.
Yeah, no really good doubles for Team MacMillan on the blue rocks right now.
Yeah. 10.5.
Yeah, I don't mind hitting this open 1, and you lie 3 in the house to your opponent's 1.
I agree.
Puts a little pressure on Team MacMillan.
Yeah, that was a really hard shot for Sarah Daniels. You know, there's, as I said, there was no room for error, so advantage to Team Ryan right now. Hit and roll, or hit and stick, pardon me. To lie second, third, and fourth.
Yep. Okay. Good.
And indeed, that's what they will do, so...
Probably would have liked to roll that towards the 12-foot. There is likely something in off for Team MacMillan.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is pretty thin.
Yeah, I think we have to. Looks like thick half.
Are they playing the double on the 2 in the 8-foot or the 1 on the 4-foot?
1 on the 4-foot.
1 on the 4-foot, okay.
Yeah. I think it looked like Kayla indicated there was maybe a chance you could come over the top of the 1 on the 4-foot and touch all 3 of them. I'm not that convinced, but certainly the thin double is there.
Yeah, and number 1 job here is definitely try and get 2 of these blues out of the house. You have to make a double here to not give up a too big of an end.
First rock for Kayla MacMillan, 5th end.
Throwing peel weight.
Yep.
Might be some things that can happen. You just don't want to hit it too thick.
Hard.
If you hit it thin, good things can happen.
Well, they do get rid of 2 of them.
Nice shot by Kayla. Here's a good look at it. They were kind of on and off. And again, not willing to hit this too thick. And see how much it just missed the back 4-1, but does manage to get 2. Great shot.
10.5.
Ooh, I think that's pretty steep. I think you guys are shooter.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so you
But not too far over that leads for double either.
It's really hard for Team Ryan now, for Kristen, to hit the shot stone and roll to our left as we look at it. And be second shot. They're not going to be able to be second shot, but they're also trying not to leave a double back for Kayla MacMillan. So
Like, how do we still get 2 out of this?
well, yeah.
I don't even need to. I don't really need to. Like,
Sticking around is more.
Right at me.
about too far.
So she could play the slosh double, but she would lose her shooter. And then we're probably looking at a blank. So I don't know if that's what she called or if she's just calling the hit and roll to try and keep her stone in the rings.
Heavy, please.
Little. Then just a nice 10-5. Yeah.
Well, based on that weight call 10-5, they're just looking to save the shooter. So hit and roll over to the 8-foot area. Trying to line first and third.
First rock for Kristen Ryan.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa, here. You got to curl.
Straight!
Curl.
Curl!
Hard curl. Hard curl.
Yamamoto trying to bring this over.
Okay. Go.
Yeah.
Just missing that red one. And I think they've left a double here, Melissa.
I missed it.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Sweep it. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much the same shot that Kayla just made. Just this is a little bit flatter and a little closer together, so she should be able to play the double here.
Sweep the difference.
Yeah.
Same spot. It probably spins up. Yeah.
And if Kayla happens to make this double, and Kristen will see if there's a double back, I don't know if she'd be able to blank though, just based on where the stones would end up. But number one job here for Kayla is to try and remove both blue opposition stones. Throwing peel again, I would imagine. She's very, very good at throwing this high, hard one.
Close. Yep. Turn.
Last rock, Kayla MacMillan.
Turn.
Trying to hold it. Can you move the blue far enough? No, they can't. They go right over top. Looked like it was tight out of the hand, and some frustration there from Kayla as she's given Kristen Ryan an open hit for 2 here.
Yeah, you can just hear Sarah Daniels called it right away out of her hand, and even with that peel weight, if you're a little bit tight, it's still going to curl enough, and just hitting that one too thick. So what a fantastic opportunity here for Kristen Ryan.
That was pretty good weight, eh?
That was perfect.
Okay, same then.
Yeah.
Looking for a 10.5 nose hit. And pretty much there's lots of room to roll as well and still stay for second shot. Big chance here for Kristen.
Final stone of the first half of the game is in the hands of Kristen Ryan. It's an open hit for 2 to take the lead.
10.5.
Yep.
10-6.
Yep.
Hard.
Yamamoto on this right out of the hand.
Hard.
Clean. Hard.
Trying to hold it. And they
nicely
will.
done.
So great shot there from Kristen Ryan. The teams are trading twos here. Kristen Ryan will take a 4-3 lead into the 5th end break. We're going to take a short break, and then we'll throw it back to Stacy, Jeff, and Elaine in the Czech studio to break down the first half for you.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's Ice Pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best broom in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
Original 16, a great way to celebrate things done well.
Welcome back inside the George Preston Rec Center here in Langley. Fifth end break for both of these two teams here in the women's semifinal. And it's been a back and forth affair. Both teams with a few misses that have led to twos. And, maybe some confusing strategy at times as well, Melissa. It's been a really kind of a bit of a crazy first half.
Yeah, it's been very interesting, that's for sure. And like you say, there's just a couple chances that I think that MacMillan could have put the foot on the gas pedal a little bit more, but unfortunately she just decided to kind of change her strategy midway, and not that that's caused a lot of issues here, but it is a very, very tight game, and both teams just need to tighten it up going into the last 5.
We'll see if they can do that. We're going to take another quick break, and we'll be back with the second half.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You could throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
This is it. It all comes down to this rock. The hours in the gym, the weeks away from my family. This is what I've been training for. And all those voices trying to tear me down, I'm here to silence them. We've given everything we have for a chance to get everything we want.
Original 16, a great way to celebrate things done well.
Agree.
Hello, curling fans, and welcome back inside the George Preston Rec Center here in the township of Langley, British Columbia, for this women's semifinal game here at the 2025 BC Women's Championships, presented by Best Western. John Cullen alongside Melissa Saligo. For this semifinal matchup, Kayla, MacMillan, Kristen, Ryan. We talked a little bit about it in the break, Melissa, but I think both teams maybe will feel like they made a few crucial mistakes at the wrong time. That's kind of what's ended up with all these points on the board. 4-3 after the first half.
Oh, absolutely. And, we talk about mistakes, we talk about opportunities, turning it around to be your advantage. And, there was tons of opportunities given to both of the teams, and just nobody really nobody had that opportunity back. Like, they didn't take advantage of it. So just the twos on the board, as we mentioned earlier, there was lots of chances for even more than twos to go up, but here we are in a 1-point game.
We're there. Okay, it's a tight 3.
Just listening in a little bit to their fifth end breaks, Team Ryan talking about where they want to place these center guards and how close they want to be to the rings. So ideally that one of Kirsten Fox's would have been a little tighter so that they can get one solidly buried behind, because they were very sure that Team MacMillan would throw the corner guard, and indeed they did.
I extended a bit. Okay, a little bit, Shannon. Hold it out a bit.
Prefer not.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard Team Ryan also say they just want to keep putting the pressure on Kayla MacMillan. We saw she did have a few key misses in the first half of the game, and I'm sure MacMillan, it would have been a similar team talk as well, that, you know, they did get a couple misses out of Kristen as well. So you just want to keep doing what you're doing, but you want to try and put as much pressure as you can on your opposition's number, and we'll see how it goes here in the second half of the game. But Ryan, starting without the hammer, would be thrilled to be up 4-3 at the break. So that one does slide a little deep for Kirsten Fox. We do sometimes see after the fifth end break, the ice gets even a little bit keener with the mop that goes down in the fifth end break. So considering the ice was already quite fast, Melissa, it'd be an even bigger adjustment to feel like, ooh.
Yeah, this one's going pretty fast too, as we were just talking about that.
Yeah, if it's already 15-5 to the line, you'd think to yourself, how much slower can I really throw it? We used to say on ice like this, it would feel like you're falling out of the house.
That's right.
You have no leg drive at all. It's just a slow push.
Yeah, let's go.
And so indeed, yeah, hair heavy from Sarah Loken, but it does stop in time to be shot. And we're going to see Kristen Ryan again ignore that play around the corner guard and come around the center.
And that's her goal, as you mentioned when you kind of peeked in. You said she really wanted to keep the pressure on Team MacMillan, and that's what she's doing. We saw in previous ends with the hammer, Kayla MacMillan would go up and peel the center guard. So if they could ever get this into a good place in the top of the four, but this one is heavy as well, number 3.
Okay, whoa. Leave it. Okay. Leave it.
Yeah, I think it's something that, you know, I know from when I used to play as well. Like, both teams are definitely aware of it. It's something you would talk about coming out of the fifth end break, is saying, okay, we know it's going to be a little quicker, but as I said, it's just so quick that it's almost impossible to believe. I think if it's, you know, normally 14-5 to the line and then it's about 15, you can adjust for that. But when it's 15-5, that adjustment to 16 or whatever it happens to be to the line does feel like a monumental difference.
You can hear them saying this one has the weight as well.
Okay, go then. Play the speed.
Weight's good.
This one's got the weight. Now it's just a matter, it's on center still. You can just see it now starting to break. Again, would really like this to be fully buried.
Pretty close from Lindsay Dubé. It's probably about half open for Megan Yamamoto.
How much do you have? Yeah, I think so.
I think so too.
I think you could probably play the one in the house, and if you hit the guard, that's okay. I think it solves both things, but they're going to play the peel, corner peel.
Yes! Yep! Hard! Yep!
Might end up getting the run back anyway from the sounds of it.
Watch.
And
no.
Oh no, disaster. Team Ryan was shot stone at the back, and just unfortunate break there for Megan Yamamoto.
Yeah, it just seemed like it was tight out of her hand. Jams on the back one, and now all of a sudden Team MacMillan lying to and throwing.
Yeah, so Kayla MacMillan just opening up the broom by another few inches for Lindsay Dubé. Top 12, top 8 here is probably the perfect spot.
Top 8's good, line's good.
It's good.
You can see it just waiting to make the break because it gets off the center line.
Almost 2.
This has got a little extra on it too, John.
Yeah, 2 that one. Okay, sorry, Lynn. Thought she threw less.
Yeah, unfortunate there for Lindsay Dubé. All 4 stones in the house are behind the tee line.
Yeah.
Freezing the one they just threw.
I don't mind the intern freeze to what they just threw.
Yeah, to Lindsay's.
Okay, we won't be shot, but we won't be shot.
No?
Nope, this one will be.
Okay.
Okay, should we freeze to the other one then?
So
it would be nice to be shot, that's for sure. If you freeze to the 2 stones on the right-hand side, you do, and you make a perfect freeze, you eliminate them from scoring at this time, but you wouldn't be shot. So that would give Team MacMillan an opportunity to go around the center and actually lie 2 buried. So I think this is the right call for Team Ryan. And Shannon Jonice just trying to freeze to the stone. That's back 8.
And again, sounds like a little heavy out of the hand, and you do not want to be heavy here with MacMillan already lying 3.
Starting to curl. Okay, it's good now. Okay, keep going, Megan.
Megan Yamamoto trying to bring that one over, and that's unfortunate for Shannon. Jams it right on the back blue.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, these red rocks are starting to pile up here, Melissa.
Yeah, we've seen 5 or 6 rocks being heavy here, and neither team really making an adjustment, and that's what you have to do, especially in this last half of the game. So a little surprised there that that one was heavy again.
Hit and roll over here. I think that's better, but nose is fine. I'm thinking, like, how much weight? Oh, I was thinking half. Half, okay. Kind of what they just threw. Okay, probably like 13 pounds.
Yeah, so hack weight, just trying to get to at least the nose. If it happens to roll under, you don't want to leave it rolled under on the center line. You'd like to over-roll it to be exposed on the other side. You don't want to leave something for Team Ryan to get to freeze to again.
Yep. Just through. Yep, line. Hard then. Yep, line. Hard. Yep. Hard. Gotta go. Hard.
Dubé and Loken on it right out of the hand, trying to hold it here. This one's by the center.
Yep. We're on it.
And nice shot from Sarah Daniels. Kayla MacMillan now lying 4. And this is starting to get pretty darn scary if you're Team Ryan, especially throwing a freeze with the other team lying 4.
No kidding, I agree. And I guess the only positive to take out of this is that all 4 redstones are behind the tee line. That is a good thing. However, Team Ryan under some pressure here now in this 6th end without the hammer. Shannon Jonice needs to make a perfect freeze to try and help her team out.
I like it. Line's nice.
D-line.
Okay.
Keep it out there a bit.
Yeah.
Shannon said she liked it out of her hand.
Keep it out there.
Yeah, for line. Okay, yeah, for line.
Want to go for weight?
Where is it?
Tell her.
Whoa.
This one's over curling, I think.
Certainly looks that way.
Yeah, maybe plan B here. Can they just bury it on its own? And it will come out the other side. Wow.
Oh boy, if you could ever get inside this stone, if you're Sarah Daniels, this is getting very, very dicey for Team Ryan.
Yeah, nice weight there by Shan, but just over curling. So what an opportunity for Sarah Daniels, Kayla MacMillan team.
Close. Stay close. Clean. Whoa.
So it'll take a little longer to curl now if it is more weight. And you can see this one is hanging.
Oh, it's trying. Right off still.
Can I go for speed?
Nope. Yeah. Right out. That's good. Nice there.
Well, maybe a little break there for Team Ryan with Sarah Daniels unable to get to the inside of that blue stone.
Yeah, so I'll just try, and I think around here is somewhat close.
So now they're only lying 2.
Yeah. Yeah, that was light as well, and even though it was light, it still didn't cross over the center line. So chance here for Kristen now to play the freeze again. And if she can make the freeze, she'll be shot stone.
Yeah, and you may be watching and wondering about the no carving there from Team MacMillan. That's probably coming from Coach Nicholas Sedin, as he has kind of famously gone on record as not believing that carving does anything. So I believe that's why you haven't seen too much of it out of Team MacMillan here. You almost never see a Dean's team do it either.
All right, let's go.
Big shot here for Kristen Ryan here. Take a deep breath in the hack. Knows this one has to be at least close.
Whoa, I think it's heavy. Yeah. Whoa, it's a bit heavy. Back 8. Whoa, no, it's too much.
Hey, Megan's rock all day.
Yeah, back 4, back 8 is heavy for sure.
Back 12.
Hey, gotta work.
Ooh, back 12.
Oh,
You really
dear.
don't want to hear that.
I hear you.
It's going to try and start curling.
Stay close.
Yep. Whoa. I hit this rock here.
It's not a terrible spot for that one. Your shot.
Just on the inside.
I think so.
Yeah, it took its time, but it did manage to get there and tap the redstone back. But there is enough room now, I would think, to get by the center guard and get to the inside of the blue rock. We saw Sarah Daniels do it on her first one. So Kayla MacMillan is now going to try and duplicate that shot. She'd love to roll right behind her red guard, that red rock that's sitting top 4.
Right under ours. Okay.
Trying to keep this multiple point end alive here.
Yeah, the rocks we've seen so far on this line haven't curled a ton, Melissa, so we'll see if Kayla can get inside here.
Yeah, you just can't overthrow it here, John. And any little extra weight, there's not much the brushers can do, and they just have to wait till the speed kind of drops before they can manage it. So looking for hack weight or backline weight, maybe.
Okay, line's closed.
Yeah, just through weight, backline.
Down. Keep a broom down. Closer to hack. Okay, hack. Low right now. Stay close.
You can see this one running straight now for a while. It's going to try and curl at the end. Not sure this. I would think that Sarah could have tried to help that one, but to your point, I'm not going to say anything else. But
it's fine. You can agree with me. I said it.
Right.
So MacMillan is lying shot, but yeah, like we've seen on this track, the rocks just haven't quite caught that finish with that sort of backline weight. So it's MacMillan only lying 1 here.
We were so far by. Yeah.
So,
okay.
So she needs like 4 feet less.
So Kristen just confirming where to put the broom here. It's hard when you're throwing the draw on your first one, and it was like back 8, back 4 weight, and it came to the nose. So do you put the broom in the same spot with T-line weight, or do you give yourself a little less? So I think she's tightened it up ever so slightly here, just in case there's a couple extra feet on it. They can manage it into the center line area.
Okay, let's go.
That's good communication between her and the team. Would love to get right to the nose of that redstone.
Another try to get her team out of trouble here for Kristen Ryan. Last rock, 6th end.
Mine's nice.
Top 4, T.
Top 4.
Line's nice.
Nice, really nice. Broom down, please.
Back, T.
Stay close. Yep.
Top 4.
Top 4.
I hear the sweepers saying it's T-line.
Yep.
T.
Yep. T-line.
Bumping.
T-line.
I hear you.
Bumping.
Go.
Back 4. Whoa.
Little. Okay.
Nice shot.
Yeah, good shot there from Kristen. I do believe MacMillan lying 1 here.
Oh, we're still 1. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Kayla was maybe eyeing up, seeing if there was some kind of bang, bang, bang situation at the back where you could score a bunch, but I don't think that's there. And you're already lying 1, so you might as well try your tap for 2 here.
Yeah, I like this as well. I don't think you need to take any chances.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't even know if there's anything more than 2 if you pick the blue one out. Anyway, because you'd have to catch your red and tap the blue back. That was a way more difficult shot. This is more straightforward, and a great chance here for Team MacMillan to get her 2. So she's taking some extra ice here. I would imagine she's trying to throw back 4, at most back 8 weight.
Curling. Yeah. Looks like when we we're kind of there, maybe just a broom less. Yeah, I think I can hold it.
Yeah, I was thinking there was quite a bit more weight than she threw on her first.
Kind of what I've been giving you, I think. Yeah. Should be sweepable still. Yeah.
Last rock for Kayla MacMillan could be the 4th end in a row. We'll see a 2 go on the board. Needs about a 3-foot tap to score 2.
Fine.
Back 4 is about where you want it.
Line's fine. Line's fine.
Yep. Line only.
Okay, line's okay. Line's okay.
This looks really close. Just want to make sure she didn't overthrow it. And that's really nice from Kayla
Oh,
MacMillan.
lovely shot.
Great touch. Barely touched by Dubé, and Loken taps it up 4-2, and we have another lead change. Kayla MacMillan now leads 5-4.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's ice pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best broom in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
Well, it's the fourth end in a row with 2 on the board. The fourth lead change already in this game here in the 7th end. Kayla MacMillan once again leads 5-4. And Melissa, we don't usually see this many 2s, especially in a game of this caliber. What's going on? Why so many crooked numbers on the board here?
Well, it's a good question, John. I think that, I think the first 5 maybe weren't, the sharpest 5 we've seen by both of these teams or either of these teams. And with the, with a couple of misses here and there was opportunities, as we said, to get more than 2 on the board. And then, then it ends up being a 2. So I think that both teams are playing very well, but I think they can actually up their game another 5 or 10%. And really, again, we've also talked about the teams wanting to play with rocks in play, except I just saw this happening, which we know that Team Ryan would likely want to blank this 7th end and have hammer an 8. So yeah, I just think it's a matter of taking advantage of your opposition's misses. It's really great, and that we go back to a few ends ago where Kristen and Ryan actually, they had a chance. They were sitting 4 at one point with a couple of rocks to go, and then ends up sitting none and then makes a skipper's deuce. Like, it's just really great seeing that kind of play today.
Yeah, maybe a little surprised we didn't see the delayed corner from Kayla MacMillan there. As Kristen Ryan, like you said, is more than happy to get a blank here and take the hammer an 8. But maybe this is part of the MacMillan team strategy. As long as they're up on the board, they don't mind wasting an end here.
You got it. You got it hard. Straight up. It all the way.
So this is a perfect opportunity to thank our numerous sponsors who make this event possible. We'd especially love to shout out our platinum sponsors, Best Western, Original 16, Bel Air Direct, and the local 258 of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. We'd also love to thank our gold sponsors, AirVac Services and Ice King. And we also have many other local sponsors and supporters. We appreciate all of their help. We also want to thank our venue and media partners, the Langley Curling Club, the Township of Langley, the George Preston Recreation Center, Check TV, and CBC.ca. And we also acknowledge and appreciate the crucial support from our provincial funding partners, the BC Fairs, Festivals and Events Fund, and the Government of BC. This event would truly not be possible without all of your help, so thank you so much. And thank you for watching here as we see which one of these teams will do battle with Corinne Brown in tomorrow morning's final. Winner of that game will go to the Scotties Tournament of Hearts in Thunder Bay, which gets underway on Valentine's Day.
11-2. Okay, clean. We're good. Clean. Yep. Easy, clean. We're good. Clean. That's good.
And the hit made for Yamamoto, and it does look like we are just going to see the teams exchange hits here all the way through the lineup. Don't often see this late in the game. First end for sure, you might see this, but yeah, both teams seeming content here.
Yeah, it looks like Team Ryan is content to break the streak of the 2 points.
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, serious.
Same weight.
So it's very understandable that Team Ryan would like to take Hammer into the 8th end. That's the crucial end we always talk about and how important it is to have Hammer in 8 and also score in 8. So by blanking this end, that's the opportunity that she will have if this continues.
Also a reminder as you're watching, if you want to see all the photos, live scores, draws, and the digital event program for the BC Championships, head on over to our website, curlbc.ca, and click the banner. Lots of great photos. We're actually seeing them on the big screen in the arena here. You can also tag us at the BC Curling Championships. If you've been taking photos in and around the event, we'd love to see your shining faces. So make sure you tag us, and if you want to see all those photos and everything else, again, it's curlbc.ca.
Clean. Yep. Clean. Just clean. That's good. Good.
10-5.
This is an end where I wish we had a cot in the broadcast booth. Just have a little 3-minute napper here. Could be nice.
Yeah, you can imagine after all the rocks that have been in play this entire end, this is a nice rest, so to speak, for both teams. Just focusing on throwing the right weight at the broom and getting rid of a one shot, one rock. And then you can imagine that things are going to change drastically in the last 3 ends of this game as the cat and mouse game will continue and who gets what, when, and where. And Team Brown sitting at home right now with that win today and securing their spot in the final. I'm sure waiting and waiting to see who they get to play tomorrow.
Yeah, I believe that will be the 4th straight appearance in the provincial final for Team Brown, but they haven't won the last few, so it will be a chance for some revenge. Get themselves to the Scotties through the front door. Last year they did end up getting a surprise wild card after none of it did not submit a team to the Scotties Tournament of Hearts. Corinne, based on their World Curling Tour rankings, got that final wild card spot. But this year there will be no wild card spot to be had. The winner is in, the loser is out. So it'll be all to play for tomorrow, and a reminder that we will be back with you tonight with the men's semifinal. That'll be at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. It'll be Jared Colomea against Cameron DeYoung. The winner of that game will face off against Glenn Venance in the final with a trip to the Montana's Brier on the line, and it would be a home province Brier for whichever team comes out of the men's side here, as the Brier will be taking place in Kelowna in March. And I have to imagine no better feeling than being the home team at a Brier. So, you know, that'll mean a lot to those teams above and beyond what it already means just to win your province and get to be at the Brier in general.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. How exciting is it that the Brier is indeed in Kelowna in March, and how exciting it would be to beat Team BC. And the women's team will be heading off to Thunder Bay, Ontario for the Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
Just 10. 10-5.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah, Thunder Bay, a great curling city. You know, they'll be rocking there at the Fort William Gardens.
The crowd is bored.
I don't know if the crowd is bored, but I am a little bit bored.
Well, the crowd's just having their cat nap as well.
Yes, exactly.
It's all good. We all need energy going into the last 3 ends, so everything's good. So Kristen's just going to need to roll her shooter a little bit just to make sure that she is on the rings.
Yeah, if you nose this, you might see Kayla draw around it with her last one and try a little sneaky force. So Kristen will have to dial in on this one. It's her first here in the 7th.
Easy, Kier, wait, no, that's Megan. Okay, let's go straight heels.
All the way, all the way, all the way, all the way.
Here.
Okay.
So good audible there by Shannon Jonice. You
Definitely.
never want to hit that one on the nose. That's the worst possible result. Rolling it out there doesn't really affect you too much, other than it does give Kayla a chance to perhaps dial into her draw weight here. Last rock, Kayla MacMillan. Would love for this to be somewhere in the house to force Kristen to have to throw for the blank.
Running like it's there.
Yeah, I got it big.
Back 8.
And nothing at all from Dubé and Loken.
14 and a half.
So maybe this was good that Kayla got a chance to throw the draw here. Maybe you can see how the ice has gotten a little bit quicker, as this is actually going to go right through the house.
Yeah, that's the second one we've seen of Kayla's, and you know, that's a, you don't get those freebies very often, and that was a freebie for Kayla to really dial in, as you said, her draw weight, and a mistake there and an easy throw through for Kristen Ryan to blank this seventh end.
Yeah, seemed like a situation that both teams were happy with as soon as that Sarah Loken guard slipped into the house, so it will be a couple zeros up on the board. Kristen Ryan will keep the hammer into the 8th end. Don't go anywhere. A massive thank you to our platinum sponsor, Bel Air Direct. A reminder, if you're watching this and you're a CurlBC member, you can receive exclusive home, condo, and tenant insurance savings and enhanced coverages at Bel Air Direct. It pays to be a member.
Hard. Hard, line hard.
And so, Melissa, I think both of us may be a little surprised in that 7th end. You would have thought that maybe Kayla MacMillan would have wanted a force there to keep the hammer in 8, but seemed like they were all too happy to blank that 7th end. What would be the reasoning for that?
Well, I mean, it's definitely not the time. Both teams have lots of time, and I think that Kayla actually did call Sarah Loken's rock out front, and it just slipped in. And once it slipped in, it kind of, the end was written, basically. It was a blank, and she wasn't really going to take any chances about throwing another guard up front. So that was the way that one was, but a great shot here. A nice guard by Sarah on her first. They talked about getting that to a tight 3. It's a little higher than that. And a come around by Kirsten Fox, and followed by another come around by Sarah Loken. In a perfect world, Team MacMillan would love to force Team Ryan only to take a single here in 8.
Just let it stop.
And again, both teams continuing to struggle with draw weight in this second half. That slips a little deep for Sarah Loken.
Yeah. Okay. A couple feet more. You bet. Okay, let's go.
So chance for Kirsten Fox to lock this one on. If it's top 4, it's really good. But if it's a little heavy, they'll go to the back red stone.
Top 14.
Just want it fully buried. That's number 1.
Line's good. Whoa! Whoa! Whoa,
And they wanted this one top 4, so again, just that struggle with draw weight continuing. And as I said, it's both teams, Melissa. It's not just, oh, one team can't really dial in. It just seems like since that 5th end break, neither team has really been able to find consistent draw weight.
I agree. Just consistently 2, 3, 4 feet heavy. And you just have to be really aware with 3 ends remaining that you have to find a way to dial in that draw weight. It's going to be so crucial as we head into the late stages of this game. Again, this one sounds like it's heavy. So as long as line is good, it'll be right to the face of the blue one.
Always finish if you need to. That's good. Good line. Good judge. Good.
That's a nice shot there by Linz. I call her Linz, but Lindsay.
You can say Linz. I
guess I can say Linz, yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
So it will be the straight peel here for Meg.
Shan, Kier.
Yep.
Yeah, we got it now.
Yeah, we're all good.
Yeah, we're good. That's what happens when you know the players so well for so long. Nice shot there by Megan.
Yeah, in the case of a lot of the players in this game, since they were children, really.
It's been a while.
Yeah, I think I was probably around for Sarah Loken's first ever year of curling at the Peace Arch Curling Club. That was my home club as well. And we had the junior program there every Tuesday and Thursday, and so her and her brothers were there, and that's going way back. And Kristen actually won the BC Juniors a couple years in a row with a few teammates also from the Peace Arch Curling Club, the Zabitnoff sisters. So I knew Kristen pretty much right when I moved to BC as well, and that's curling. Everybody knows everybody, right?
Oh, nice shot there by Lindsay. Well managed. So Kristen, Ryan just continuing to peel. She wouldn't be upset if she caught the stone that's sitting in the top 12 and get that one out of the way as well, but definitely wants the peel. Team MacMillan currently line 1.
Oh, just misses.
Oh, so close.
That stone in the top 12. Good throw from Yamamoto. And the guard will go back up here for her sister, Sarah Daniels. The two of them from the Delta Curling Club Junior program.
Okay. Higher's better. Higher's better.
For a long time, one of the best junior programs in this province.
Give me third.
Just looking for a nice tight guard.
I don't think you need to. Yeah, line's good.
Good. Good judge.
Well done, Sarah Daniels. And Kristen's just going to decide how many more she wants to peel before she makes a play on anything. Again, trying to play the run. Ideally get rid of that blue stone that's top 12. Wants to open up the scoring area a bit more, especially for her team who has the hammer here. You have to make sure that if you're the team with the hammer that you score. It's so important.
Whoa! Whoa! Curl! Curl! Curl!
And same
Oh
result.
my goodness,
Almost
so
identical
close.
to Megan Yamamoto. Rolls
Wow.
to pretty much the same spot.
Yes,
too,
it does.
Really good try there from Shannon Jonice, but still continues to be Team MacMillan lying 1 here. And yeah, definitely with it being the 8th end, you want to be the team that scores here, lines you up to have the hammer in 10th.
Lines the hair tighter.
I just thought of a fun fact. I think, John, you might have to correct me, but I think there's only one player out there that has a kid. So I better give a big shout out to Brooklyn Alexic, who I know is watching on Pins and Needles, watching her mom, Shannon Jonice.
Okay, that's good.
Yes, that is correct.
Am I correct on that? Okay,
you're
good.
Correct. You're correct on that front.
Okay.
Brooke, actually one of the subjects of the documentary Curl Power, which I had the chance to see a few months ago. It's really great. It's playing across Canada, so if you're watching this, go check it out in theaters. It's a documentary that follows a junior girls curling team, of which Brooklyn was a part, and it's kind of a meditation on the sport and growing up, and yeah, it's being shown nationwide in Cineplex theaters right now, so check it out. Curl Power.
Can we try to run it again, or?
You see Coach Diane in the background there, Diane Deser. Her daughter Ashley is also on the team in the film.
Okay. Coming across.
So this card over curled a bit, so they're just debating whether or not they wanted to make a play on the one that's in the rings, but I think they decided to play the run one more time on Shannon Jonice's second stone. Last third stone here for Team Ryan.
They got one. They got two. Wow, what a shot.
What a shot by Shannon Jonice. Unbelievable.
Both teams waiting all end for a big moment. Shannon Jonice finds it. We'll take another look on the replay here. A double run back double, and that woke up the crowd here in the Preston Rec Center. What a shot. Gets rid of both red stones and leaves both the blues buried around the center guard. Phenomenal shot from Shannon Jonice.
Okay.
So now it's up to Kayla MacMillan trying to find a way to get her team out of trouble here with Team Ryan, who has the hammer. And obviously so important to score, but now has the potential to get two. Huge draw here for Kayla and her team.
Okay, line's good.
Yeah, this one has to be close.
Job floor. Only for weight.
We saw Kayla miss the house with her draw last end. This one's going to have to be much better than that.
Gotta go.
Just really close.
Got to be right on the face, corner freeze.
Okay, no bounce. Okay.
Yeah, you cannot bounce here. That's pretty good, I
That
think.
is pretty good. I agree. I think that's almost the best you could do. It may have bounced just a half an inch or so, but really great shot there by Kayla. You can hear Shannon and Kristen discussing whether or not they can get to the inside of that red stone, and I'm not sure that they can.
Yeah, that Shannon Jonice shot needed an answer. Looked like Kayla MacMillan found it there. Really good shot.
How much weight?
What's that?
Well, let's try to come across the face a little bit and tap it. Like back 4 weight.
Yeah. Oh, no, we are.
I don't think you can hurt yourself. I know.
Well, just listening to the discussion here, John, they're talking about back 4 weight.
Little less.
It's edge on edge, I would think, right now.
Less,
And
way less. Yeah.
I know, but
that might change their conversation.
slightly out. I mean, I know. I hear you. Let's call it time. I'm not sure. Time out.
Time out.
So unsure of what option is best here. They have called their timeout here as Team Ryan, so Diane Desura will make her way down the ice. As you noted earlier, Melissa, former Olympic bronze medalist, Canadian champion.
Around. Yeah,
it's not that rock you need to worry about. It's this one.
We're just wondering, like, can we get...
So yeah, you can see the timeout clock expiring there. That's just the travel time for Diane, and now they'll get another minute when she gets down there. We'll listen in.
Either, right?
Yeah, you probably can get to the face of this.
That's the danger, too, pushing the blue one out. I agree, it's the 8th end. Yeah, it's risky for 2. If we pop out the blue that's shot rock right now, she's going to lock one right in there and we're in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, what else does she have?
You know what, Di's right. Scoring 1 isn't the end of the world here.
Score, hold her to 1 and 9, and then...
Okay, so do we like a guard then?
Yeah. And then on, like, and I'm guarding her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Above the, like, halfway almost.
Make sure you're guarding the path, right? Yeah, like don't
Well,
want it to curl, right?
Yeah.
Like there.
Well, we want to guard that she can't tap this. I mean, that's definitely
Let's make a
gonna guard
decision,
that.
girls.
Okay.
So you heard them say, Melissa, their main
at
concern here is they don't want to give up the steal. They want to make sure they score. And so they're throwing a guard. What do you think about this?
No.
Well, I heard Diane talk about risk versus reward. So
for a second.
ideally, they wanted to play down onto the redstone and get to the face of it. Once they decided that they couldn't maybe really see enough, but we've seen it curl in there 100 times, and we know that it does curl a lot, and they probably could get to the nose of it and tap the red one back. What their concern is if they hit it on the high side, their blue shot stone pops out, and then Kayla takes care of business. So ideally, the end plan now is just to take a single. So they're guarding any chance that Kayla has to make a play on her own red. I don't know if Kayla has a chance to do anything on the other side other than freeze again, and then the force of the 1 is on. But keeping in mind that Ryan is down 1, 2 here would have been pretty great, but you do have to decide if the risk is worth the reward.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah, going down 2 after the 8th, you tend to lose that game more often than you win it. So
Right.
They definitely seemed pretty sure that Kayla didn't have anything on this outturn side.
Come to the inside of theirs, right, to get 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think we just
Like leave it out of the
Yeah.
Like
honestly, if we don't throw, what do they have?
I think they can maybe make this draw.
yeah, if we make it absolutely perfect, it might be measurable.
I just don't want to like leave them something they can like run in. But I guess they could run. I don't think so.
I don't think there's any chance they're running anything in, is my thought.
It'd be scary for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you just have to look at what they called on their last shot. They called a guard, right, to protect Kayla from doing anything. They're not going to take any chances about not scoring here. So I think if Kayla throws up this guard and just protects the path.
Keep it up there.
Okay.
Yeah. I think if we can fight that. I haven't been out this wide yet, but we could probably sweep the difference.
It just needs to be probably in the 4-foot line or just a little bit more, so that there's no opportunity for her to draw, which even to throw the draw, I'm not sure she can get second shot.
Yeah, they weren't convinced, but thought if there was a shot for 2, that might be the only one. So trying to guard that draw path here is Kayla MacMillan with her last here in the 8th. They're leading by 1 and trying to ensure that Kristen Ryan cannot take the lead back from them.
Right. 2-3. Okay.
You heard them say tight out of the hand. You don't want to get too close here.
Yeah, you could saw how she released that, John. She really spun it wide, like set it really wide.
Line's okay.
They're just really unclear what the weight was, so she just wanted to make sure that it had the extra rotation so that it would continue to carry.
I think that'll do the job.
I think so.
And so Kristen Ryan's going to try and essentially draw to a postage stamp here. You have to chisel by that top red. Either you got to absolutely paper it, or you might be able to get a small spin off of it if you rub it. and roll into the button. It's extremely high degree of difficulty here for their second point.
What's that? Yeah. All right, let's go. 5-2. You're pretty far out there too. Let's go.
Last rock for Kristen Ryan, 8th end. Already lying 1.
Go for it.
Megan's rock. Megan's rock.
Gotta go a little bit for weight.
Yeah.
Really close.
Megan's rock.
Weight does look close.
Sure does.
Do they have the line?
This is very close, John.
Will it stop for the second point? No.
Wow.
Great try from Kristen Ryan, but just doesn't quite find the side of the button, and so it will be a single point for Team Ryan. This game is all tied up. MacMillan will have the hammer in the 9th right after this.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You could throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
Well, we are all tied up after 8. This has been a game befitting the stakes here. The women's semifinal at the BC Championships presented by Best Western. 5-5. Kayla MacMillan has the hammer here in the 9th end. And Melissa, I guess the goal for MacMillan pretty simple here. Blank or 2+.
Full 8.
Definitely, and you know, it's interesting that rock, if you have a look at it there, John, is off the center. She could elect to play the tick, and she'd do that if she was looking for a blank right away, but she's decided to come around, get one into the top 4.
Just top 8.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I think if you miss the tick, then you're almost certainly getting into maybe force territory.
Into force,
you could
that's
have
right.
Ryan get another guard up, or they could be the first one around. So I like this call.
Yeah, I do too. And again, just staying on a little bit on the offensive, especially with the hammer. And it'll be interesting to see how Kayla plays this end out. What a great shot there by Sarah Loken. And you heard Kristen Ryan when they had their timeout in the 8th end. They knew if they only got 1 in the 8th, if they could force in 9, they would have that all-important hammer get a deuce in 10 to win this game. So that is the plan here for Team Ryan.
Line's good. Yep.
We saw it previously that the draw weight was a little heavy on most of the shots in the previous one, so both teams really trying to dial in what the weight is now.
Yep, hard. Keep it moving,
Can't afford to be heavy.
Whoa,
And this looks really good. Nice shot.
Nice shot there from Kirsten Fox right on the face. And so we're going to see an open side draw here from Sarah Loken. And this is, I think, Melissa, a call that keeps the blank in play, potentially, rather than trying to throw a guard or play another rock to the middle.
Yes, I agree. Just trying to keep the play away from the center. They're sitting 1 right now. They'd like to be sitting 2, but trying to bring the play just to back 4, back 8.
Stay full 8. Running out of line here. Easy. That's okay. Running out of line.
I would like to be second shot, but not the end of the world if it isn't.
That's really good.
That's a nice shot.
Yeah, it's probably close to second shot. Doesn't matter a whole lot. We're going to see Kristen Ryan hit it anyway here.
You bet.
A reminder again that you can join the BC Championships 50-50. There's a draw at the end of every game day throughout the BC Championships. You can support BC Curling and win big, and you don't have to be here in Langley to do it. You can get your tickets at curlbc.ca/50-50. That's curlbc.ca/5050. And while you're there at curlbc.ca, you can also check out all the photos, live scores, draws, and the digital event program for the championships. Just click the banner at curlbc.ca.
Clean.
11.
Clean.
10-5.
Clean, yep.
Yep. Just 10-5.
Hard.
So Lindsay Dubé trying to do exactly the same thing.
Hard, gotta go.
10-9.
Gotta go. Good.
Like the hit and stick right there. They don't really want to roll too far towards the center line.
11.
10.5. Okay, right through her. Let's go. This is more.
Yeah, 10. A little more.
10. Come on. You're doing it. Come on. You're doing it. You're doing it. Come on. More. 11.
You're trying to get underneath those guards, but we'll just find the nose.
Okay, better to overroll probably.
And so the same shot called here for Lindsay Dubé. Two options here, you heard them say. They're fine rolling underneath the guard. Also fine to roll to the open on the other side.
Yeah, if they manage to roll behind those three rocks, it will be above the tee line, which is very, very important. But they can be a little aggressive on this and try and go hard for the roll, the hit and roll. They don't want to leave it right there, that is for sure. Gotta go big on the roll.
Very nice shot from Lindsay
What a
Dubé.
shot.
Great sweep.
Earns an appreciative roar from the crowd. And MacMillan wise too.
So a little trouble here for Team Ryan right now, so we'll see if Shannon Jonice can step up and do something fantastic like she did in the previous end. Running blue onto the two reds. Just a straightforward double run back double.
Well, she made it last end.
She
We'll
did
see if she
indeed.
can do it again.
Hard curl. Whoa. Feel it.
Unfortunately, just drives it all by. Straight peel. And again, MacMillan in a spot where they're okay with the blank, so drawing the open side. If you needed to score here, you might see them throw a guard back up here.
Exactly, and this is where it'll be decision time for Team Ryan. If Sarah Daniels, can make this perfect draw away from center, again, back 8 is fine. Then Kristen Ryan's going to have to decide what to do. Does she play her blue onto the two-shot red stones, or does she hit the open one? I mean, obviously she does not want to give up 2 here.
14-9, careful.
Yep.
Full eight.
Yep.
No triple.
Hard.
That's a
Nice
good
shot.
for that.
All right. Make him go. Let's go.
I like that.
These are close to lined up for the double.
Yeah, I like this call as well. Be nice to, even if you don't catch both, at least get them out of the forefoot if you can, if you're Team Ryan.
Kirsten Fox on this out of the hand. Ooh, unfortunately jams it in, gets their own blue out into the 12-foot. And this is starting to look like a very good setup here for Team MacMillan. Open hit to lie 3.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah, that was so close, but unfortunately, as you said, just leaves this one. So Sarah Daniels looking for the nose hit to lie 3. And then Kristen Ryan's going to have to find a way to get at least one double here to minimize the damage.
Heavy clean. Whoa. Whoa. 11. Whoa, whoa, whoa. No roll.
Don't want to roll to center at all. Oh boy.
Oh, that's unlucky. That might have set up the triple.
Just overcalled it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Definitely the double. I don't know if the triple's there. It could be.
Yeah, you have to throw a lot of weight.
Mm-hmm.
Get this top stone spinning.
Great chance here for Kristen Ryan to at least get rid of 2, though. And try and get back on track to hopefully only give up 2 at the very, very most.
I like it. Let's go.
First rock for Kristen Ryan.
Easy, Megan.
Trying to get her team out of trouble. Not throwing a bullet at this one. So definitely just only chasing the double here.
Straight.
Seems like they're caught in between here. No, that's the double. Very nice from Kristen Ryan.
Well done. Now that was plan B. They were actually trying to play just off the nose to get the 2 out in the 4-foot, but when it wasn't curling enough, plan B played the other double and makes it perfect. So well done. Got a good call by Shannon. And now a hit and probably roll away a little, I would think, as long as it doesn't set up yet another one. They're pretty even, though, I think, John.
Yeah, I think if you're close to the nose here, it's probably pretty good. Again, they're okay with a blank here. Yes, they were looking like they were set up for 3. They would have loved that, but that opportunity has passed. So you don't even care too much if you set up a double here and you end up with a blank in 9. But yeah, they definitely also happy to score 2. So somewhere close to the nose for Kayla MacMillan with her first.
Yep. Easy. Clean. Yep. 10-5. Yep.
Look at it.
Right to it. Hard. Okay.
And that will actually roll in, so the double will be there for Kristen Ryan.
9.
Just that unfortunate long roll inside from Sarah Daniels.
Oh, she's throwing the outro?
Has got them started on this path to getting rid of all the MacMillan stones. Sarah hits that on the nose. They're looking really good for 3, 2 at the minimum. But now a chance to get out of here with no damage at all. Kristen Ryan.
Yeah, things have changed very quickly here, but as you've mentioned a couple of times, it's Team MacMillan very okay with blanking this 9th end and having hammer in the 10th.
Trying to hold it. They're not throwing a ton of weight at this. You need to get that red out. And
there it is.
Just.
Nice shot. Kristen Ryan.
Good sweep there from Kirsten Fox to hold it. Yeah, just kind of throwing like a down normal at that makes it so you have to hit it pretty precisely if you're Kristen Ryan, and she got just enough of that second red stone to get rid of it, and so it will be a blank try here for Kayla MacMillan, and this is a huge shot. Never want to get sneaky forced here with a nose, so have to peel this one out, and you'd go into the 10th with hammer. Last rock, Kayla MacMillan.
Yep.
Lindsay Dubé picking this up right away. This was the spot she barely rolled out a few ends ago, and she will just do it again. A really
nice
good
shot.
sweep from Lindsay Dubé. Sarah Loken ushers it out of the rings, and what more could you want? Semi-final tie game. Kayla MacMillan will have the hammer. Do not go anywhere.
Original 16, a great way to celebrate things done well.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You could throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
And so it all comes down to this women's semifinal here at the BC Championships presented by Best Western. Winner moves on to tomorrow's final. Loser goes home.
Yes.
We are all tied up at 5, and Kayla MacMillan has the hammer here in the 10th.
Hard.
And Melissa, this is probably a scoreline befitting both of these teams in this game. It's been very closely matched. And we'll see if MacMillan can pull it off here in the 10th.
Yeah, it definitely has been back and forth this entire game. And, you know, we go back to that timeout in the 8th end where the team had a discussion as to whether or not they could make a play and potentially take some risks to set up a 2 or a 3 with hammer and 8. They had the discussion with the coach and they decided maybe just to take their single to tie the game up. Ideally, obviously, would love to have forced in the 9, but they find themselves trying to steal here in 10. And Kayla MacMillan with the hammer will do everything she can to avoid just that.
1 for 2. Make it good. Okay.
So nice start from Sarah Loken around the center guard, and we're going to see the double center go up here for Kirsten Fox. Again, winner of this game moves on to tomorrow's final to play Corinne Brown.
Whoa. Off. Megan's rock.
Easy.
Line's getting better. Whoa.
Easy.
Just trying to get this one over, separate these two guards as much as possible. Does want to be on the center line, though.
Ooh, that won't hit the center line, and so
oh boy,
the tick can be played here from Sarah Loken. That's too bad from Kirsten Fox. Perfect weight, but this could really go a long way for Team MacMillan here if Sarah Loken can make this tick. As most curling fans know now, if the rock is touching the center line, that's the no-tick zone. You cannot remove the rock off the center line. But with this one being just beside it, chance for the tick here for Sarah Loken, but this is a little bit wide, I think.
Yeah, wide and maybe slightly heavy. And you can't tick the one that is touching the center, so you just see Team MacMillan getting rid of that rock. And that's the chance you take. You try and play the tick. If you don't make it,
Yep, you got time to think about this.
that's really unfortunate. Whereas the other option, of course, if it was touching the center, you would have drawn another one into the forfeit area.
Yeah, so that's unfortunate for Sarah Loken. Really good chance now for Kristen Ryan to get a steal set up.
So Team Ryan with a slight advantage now just because of that one rock wasted by Team, not wasted, but that is gone by Team MacMillan.
Back 4.
We're peppy. We're back 4, back 8.
And just a little heavy here from Megan Yamamoto. You'd love to be shot.
Really would, and that's unfortunate there. And again, you saw the advantage given to Team Ryan from MacMillan, and now right back at it with Megan's miss there. Unfortunately, there's now a slight advantage back to Team MacMillan, and that's the way this end is going to go right to the end.
Yeah, with the way these center guards are staggered, the double peel is there for Lindsay Dubé. She will settle for the single here.
Okay. So that was a 4-9.
And guard going to go back up for Megan Yamamoto.
So
Yeah, Team Ryan will just keep looking to put up some guards, try to keep them far apart. Try and keep them right one behind the other so that there isn't an easy double for Team MacMillan. And then probably on Kristen Ryan's first or second, they'll make a play into the rings.
halfway.
No, we can't even look at it here.
Don't want to be too tight to the one that's already there, that's for sure.
No.
You hear Shannon just saying you can't look at it, must have a little extra weight.
Just need her to stop.
Yeah, sometimes people don't know this about curling, but sometimes if you avert your eyes, the rock does slow down. So good, that's veteran savvy from Shannon Jonice, but unfortunately, yes, it does get very close to that other blue guard, and we know that Lindsay Dubé can throw the high hard one. This is a really great chance for Lindsay Dubé and Team MacMillan. You make this and you got 1 foot through the door.
Great question there by Lindsay. She just wanted to double check that those two blue stones weren't frozen and confirming that when she throws, just get a better visual in her mind.
Sarah Daniels trying to hold this. It's close. 1, 2. Great shot from
Oh, what a
Lindsay Dubé.
shot. That opens everything up. What a fantastic shot by Lindsay, and she is very happy with the thumbs up.
18. Let's go.
So now it's all up for Team Ryan. Just throw everything they can here. Get another guard out front and hope for maybe a half shot by Team MacMillan.
I pinched it off a bit.
Okay.
Halfway.
Yeah, really great shot
Now
from
we're
Lindsay
really
Dubé,
going
and
now. Yeah, you gotta go.
it's just how precise the game
Halfway.
is now. Most of these teams have that weapon in their back pocket of the big weight, especially at the second position, and Megan Yamamoto just sliding that 3 or 4 feet deep
Good.
really opened up the chance for Lindsay Dubé, and she took advantage. And if you're Kayla MacMillan, you know you make your next 3 shots and you're for sure going to have a shot on your last to win.
Right to it. Clean, just clean.
And that's 1 for 3.
And you can imagine they are counting down just like you, John. It's getting closer and closer to getting that chance to play Team Brown again.
Yeah.
But Team Ryan is not done yet. Another chance for a center guard here for Shannon Jonice.
That's tight.
Tight.
That's really tight. I didn't know that you screamed that.
Shan feels like she threw a little extra weight on that.
Easy, whoa.
And this looks like it's might be in the rings.
Yeah, you don't want to get too close to that red because you may want to use that red stone later as a partial guard if you're Team Ryan. But by coming down here, this will actually allow Kayla MacMillan to get rid of that red stone and that blue if she wants.
Just rip it.
And you can see Shannon's disappointment with herself.
Yeah, you actually don't mind even actually leaving the red there now because it's a lot harder for Kristen to get around it and get shot.
Yes, for sure. Now that's been pushed to top 4. So Sarah Daniels trying the double on the blues.
Slow.
Yeah, just have to make sure you get rid of this top one. Back one would be a bonus if you
Exactly, yes.
And indeed,
that
the
works.
top one goes.
So down to skip stones here. Is Kristen going to throw one more guard and then play around on her last? I think you almost have to, John, just because of where that stone is sitting in the top 4. It'd be such a short run for Team MacMillan.
Yeah, I think you just have to hope for a miss from Kayla. I don't think there's any way that Kayla, sometimes skips in this position get a little nervous. Well, if I throw up a guard, Kayla comes around the guard, then I have nothing on my last. But I don't think there's any way with how the house looks that Kayla's not just going to peel your guard here. And you just have to hope for a miss, I think, Coming around that red one in the 4 foot right now, you're probably losing the game. So I like this call.
I agree.
First stone here, Kristen Ryan, 10th end. We are all tied up. Just trying to find a way to get Kayla MacMillan to blink here.
Hi. Okay. Line's great. Line's great. Keep it coming. High as you can, guys. As far as you can. High. Keep coming. Keep coming. Great rushing. Good job.
Nice shot there by Kristen. And now
halfway guard, and we are going to get the timeout here from Team MacMillan. So Coach Nicholas Sedin will come out, and I would imagine he's going to tell them to peel this guard, but we'll see.
I would think so. I don't think you need to take any chances and draw in. I don't know why you would. I'm with you on this, John. I think you and I probably know more than Nick Dean does together, right?
Not so sure about that.
Yeah, I don't think so either, but I just thought I'd throw it out there.
Then they have to deal with it.
Making the hit, and then you gotta hit and stick for the win.
Or draw to the floor. Preference. I just kind of want to know what they're gonna do. Or what they have. That's So you're thinking. Okay, so if we draw to that back one, if they make the draw, they can't come to the back one, then we can just slash that in. Could just play the chase and then roll out. So come to that one, not come to ours. Come to the blue. Okay.
Okay. So great conversation there with Coach Nicodine. They're not going to peel. And the reason being is that Nick felt that if they peeled, John, that Team Ryan would nose hit the redstone and lie to, and or maybe roll a little one way or the other, and it would force Kayla to have to hit against 2 for the win. They feel if they draw to the back one and lie to that way, Team Ryan can't freeze to it and be shot, so they're going to have to come and draw around that redstone that's sitting top 4, and then Kayla would have the short run for the win. And wouldn't have to stick or shoot her because of the rock that's second shot. Or third shot, pardon me. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think I hear what Nick is saying for sure, and it seems like they're a little afraid of the draw. You know, we have definitely seen both teams struggling with draw weight in the second half of the game. So you heard Nick say, well, if Kristen hits that red one, then you're going to have to hit back, and it's very precise. You can't roll too far,
right? Because
of where that blue stone is in the back 8 foot. So this is just the call that you make if you want to put pressure on your opponent, and you also feel like. You're basically putting the pressure on Kristen to draw the button instead of yourself.
That's right. Yes,
which I don't mind.
Yeah, and Lindsay was very clear in asking Kayla what she wanted to do on her last, and she said, "I'm not sure." And I know there maybe is a little bit of doubt with her draw weight, but this one's got to go way short of what the plan was.
Yeah, they were trying to draw to that back blue.
Now trying to roll off, so oh boy.
That's a terrible spot for that.
Yeah, that did not work well at all. I mean, she may still have the slash if she needs it, but now with the overlap, it makes it so much harder. Yeah, not a good result there for Team MacMillan.
That's for sure. 15-1.
Yeah, I mean, this is not an easy draw for Kristen Ryan. Needs full 4 foot here, but like you said, Melissa, just staggering those 2 reds makes it so that the rock Kayla just threw is not usable. And yeah, you'd have to be throwing some kind of slash on your last one probably if Kristen makes this. So unfortunate miss there for Kayla MacMillan, and now Kristen Ryan with the chance here. Saw her make a great draw against Taylor Reese Hansen in the 3-4 game. She's going to need another one here. Kayla MacMillan is lying 2. can hear a pin drop here in the George Preston Rec Center. Final stone for Kristen Ryan. Needs to find full 4 foot around these 2 red stones to force MacMillan into throwing her last.
Room.
Gotta go. Want to go a little right now?
Gotta go. Where?
Top 4.
And you hear Kirsten Fox saying she thinks they gotta go.
Hard line.
Going hard for line and for weight here. Oh, this looks short. Can Fox
I
and
think
Yamamoto
it's
get
light.
it there? It
It's
is well light.
Oh boy.
Maybe that path just changed, Melissa, because
It's
that
very
was the same
possible.
path that Kayla was on. And it will over curl, and so it will be 2 points on the board for Kayla MacMillan. They will take this game 7-5, and they will move on to tomorrow's final against Corinne Brown, a rematch of the last 2 years' finals. We will look forward to that one. What a great game from both teams, your bronze medalists. Team Kristen Ryan, we are going to take a short break, and then we will come back with an interview with Kayla MacMillan right after this.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
All right, welcome back inside the George Preston Rec Center. I'll throw it down to my partner, Melissa Saligo, who is standing by with winning skip, Kayla MacMillan.
Yeah, I think it wasn't my best game, but the team played so well it didn't matter, which is always very nice.
So unlike last year where you were the third, this year the skip, you're leading this team into the final of the BC Championships. What are you thinking about that and how are you feeling it?
I'm excited. Yeah, we've been preparing kind of all year for this, and I've really enjoyed skipping. I've learned a lot, come a long way. So yeah, just excited for the opportunity.
Fantastic. And this morning you did lose the 1-2 game, so you have another chance at Team Brown. You've played them at least the last 2 years in the provincial final. What do you need to do to beat Team Brown tomorrow?
Yeah, I think just get set up early and then let me and Sarah kind of finish it off in the back end. I think we're playing really well, so just more of the same, and I think it'll be close.
And how's the ice holding up? You look like you had a pretty good handle on it, maybe a little tougher on the draw weight. Has it changed since the beginning of the week?
No, it's just quick. So if you're not focused, it's easy to kind of throw it through.
Well, we wish you all the best tomorrow in the final against Team Brown. John, back to you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Melissa. Thanks to everybody for joining us here in the George Preston Rec Center. We're going to head back to the Czech studio. Stacy, Jeff, and Elaine are going to break it down for you. Thanks for watching.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's Ice Pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. And Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best broom in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.